In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
Hello and welcome to A Show Called Hate, a podcast in which we explore love, hate, and everything in between in such a greater meaning and perhaps a little perspective. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
Now, I want it on record how professional I was live on mic while you were,
think so.
While you were throwing bottle caps at me.
I think the tape will play you giggling back slightly.
Giggling mischievously.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
went, well, hello.
But the show must go on.
No.
Yeah, because I'm to blame in this situation. I think that's what we can all agree
Well,
on.
we need to
To be
hold it
honest,
together, John.
At this point, he does do it every episode.
I
so
know.
really, you should.
I know, well,
you
I-
should be
ready.
preparing better.
Well, the thing is, I know he's going to do something, but, but I'm also aware that, like, creatively he's limited because he's only got what's in front of him.
I've done pretty well.
Yeah.
to be fair,
150 episodes.
Every time it's been different.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've done exactly the same
But
thing.
maybe he is all out now.
Yeah, you are kind of like stooping to. I mean, he couldn't possibly go any lower.
I wouldn't imagine so.
I haven't even got my ass out yet.
Oh no, that's true.
I mean, that's not even...
And he's got other things other than an ass.
Yeah.
That's not his only weapon.
I got a forearm.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Well,
out now.
That's actually out
to be
already,
fair,
yeah. It's
and
quite a warm
what a
day.
forearm.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
The other one's shit.
The other one, yeah. Weird that.
It's weird, isn't it? But we're all the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one boob's bigger than the other. It's like that. One
Yeah.
forearm's always good.
You're looking tanned.
Am I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Was that intentional?
If I go in the sun for 10 minutes, it tends to happen.
Or you burn?
Or I burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're either tanned or very embarrassed by your actions in the last few minutes, or
Oh, it's definitely not that.
no, it's definitely not that. No, what? Let's not be
It's never
let's
that.
not be crazy. No,
I don't think anything I've ever done is
No.
wrong.
You've been hanging out with like wild animals, haven't you?
I've been to see the rhinos today.
Rhinos.
Where?
Well, it's called... I was going to say the name of it then.
You can say it because at this point,
Okay. It's
Cool Town.
Cool Town Wildlife Park, based in the Cotswolds. Fuck!
Shit, cock.
Well, what's important
No,
to
it's-
note is
it's-
what
yeah.
the place you went. You can name it because we'll say
Cotswold
you
Wildlife
travelled
Park.
4 hours to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Just say yes.
yes.
Just- yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Widen the net is what.
Yeah.
So they've got rhinos there.
They got rhinos. They got
They've
giraffes.
got rhinos on our doorstep. If they escape, they're coming from my house.
It's going on a rampage. If they rampage down the A40,
Yeah.
fuck, I've said the name of the road now.
Fucking hell, that's narrowed it down.
We are screwed. Although
Yeah.
rhinos are vegetarians, you'd think they weren't, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 'cause
Look
they've got
at
that
them.
one massive tooth on their face
Exactly, yeah, the big tooth,
for killing.
the big steak tooth.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. That's what I thought it was.
yeah.
It's hippos that are mentalists, isn't it?
Hippos are insane. You
They'll
don't
eat
wanna
a living man.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught with a hippo.
Yeah, can't a hippo run like 40 miles an hour or
Jesus,
something like that?
what?
Yeah.
Why-
You're asking me. I've been to,
Sorry,
I've been to a wildlife park for one afternoon. I'm not an expert.
Were there not informational plaques or something?
There were plaques.
You should have
yeah.
been reading.
I gave Liz a fact about flamingos today.
Which is that
Ow.
they're pink because...
They drink out of certain water, or historically they drank out of certain water, and that's why they're pink. I don't know the name of the water.
I thought it was because they had a load of shrimp.
I'm pretty sure it's the water thing.
Okay.
But
But you saw it more
It's
recently
something.
than I
It's
did.
something about what they eat. I
Yeah.
think we can all agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might
Eat
be-
or drink.
If I'm wrong, fine. But you know,
Were there hippos at this cool park?
no. But Liz did say we went into an enclosure that said, and it definitely
So
said
do not enter.
rhino. Yeah, it said rhino enclosure, and she went, "Where are these hippos then?" What do you mean? I said we're in the rhino
Did
enclosure.
she think they were the same thing?
She misread it as hippos.
Maybe she thought that a rhino is just a hippo with its horn cut
It's
off.
a land hippo.
Yes, a land hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
a horned hippo.
I saw the thumbnail of a video. I chose not to watch, but it's one of those like heartwarming animal videos, and it was like hippo raised by rhinos meets hippo for first time.
Good.
And I didn't click on it, but
And gored the shit out
well,
of
that's
it.
the thing. I kept scrolling, and then I was like, what does that mean? Like, what would happen? Like,
Do you think a hippo raised by rhinos would think it has a horn? Because it sees its mum and dad, adopted mum and dad,
Yeah.
and siblings.
Doesn't know. We'll never. Look
and
at
they're
its
all
own
charging
reflection.
into stuff with the big steak tooth.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I don't have the self-awareness to look down my own nose and know for whether I have one. I will just assume I do have one of those.
Yeah.
And then slam, ow, that's my little noskin.
Yeah.
maybe
Shit.
the vets made it like a kind of prosthesis.
Oh, that's
It
cute.
had like a little papier-mâché horn.
Just strapped it on.
Yeah. But then what does a rhino do with that?
Well, here's the
Because it's a
thing.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
Does
No,
it
but-
like smash into trees and stuff?
Probably because like coconuts.
Or coconuts.
It's like smashing coconuts.
They-
with its horn.
we were there. They were eating grass.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Is it-
They could eat anything.
You got a fucking spike on their
Yeah,
head.
you got a sword.
I'd say, like, is it to defend against linos? Like, against
Against Lino.
Not every
Against
animal
Lino.
ends with an O, John.
I meant
Thundercats.
I meant Lino from Thundercats.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
yeah. But I guess, like, is it? I was about to say, like, is it to defend against lions? But then, like, why the fuck would a lion attack a rhino?
That would be a stupid lie.
I would imagine a rhino is impenetrable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Impenetrable?
Yeah.
Impenetrable.
Impenetrable.
Why can't I say impenetrable?
Because years of alcoholism.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That's the word.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
gone.
there it is. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
pronounce it.
I don't
but
know.
I know it. Yeah.
I knew I'd find it one day.
Yeah, because I guess, like, we kind of take this stuff for granted, but, like, it's like I just assume it'd be like
Well,
Australia.
which bit do we take for
But
granted?
that rhinos are there, and we go, oh yeah, they've got horns, you know, for battling and defense. I mean, like, against
Yeah.
what though?
They do fight each other, don't they?
That's probably it.
That's
isn't
probably
it?
it. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
But it's weird to evolve because you fight each other. Isn't
You know what? We're talking about animals with hard things that growing out of their heads. I don't really like antlers as a rule. That's for
Yeah.
me. I don't like.
we have an antler in our house that
See, I don't like that.
belongs to the dog.
Oh, it's a little stubby one that the dog chews on. I'm all
It's
right
quite a
with
big one.
that. Okay.
You can tell it fell off and do his head.
There's like an elk or something.
Yeah.
Like those big Canadian moose or whatever. And it's got this huge, horrifying
Oh, yeah.
arrangement of shit on its head.
Yeah.
And then it uses that to clash with another one. And they're just made to tangle up.
Yeah, oh yeah. You see them fight and they
get stuck.
These are stuck. Oh,
You fucking idiots.
if you're the ranger. for
Why did you
those,
evolve that?
You're just like, oh, this again.
Is that the idea? To get stuck into another moose's head?
Maybe it is.
Imagine if
I
you're
don't
like
know for what purpose.
imagine if you're a reindeer and you see reindeer. What's
That'll
that mean?
do, that's
I think
got
I'm
an antler.
dying. If you're a ranger,
Oh, yeah, you got that really wrong. Yeah.
I know.
I wouldn't have got to ranger from reindeer, if I'm honest with you.
it's been a long day.
Yeah.
If you're a ranger and you see two majestic, delicious buck deer who've got their horns stuck together, they go, "Oh no!"
Yeah. What shall we do?
Yeah, you know,
What shall we do?
That's twice the lunch, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You've got a very well-fed ranger going like,
Double
"Oh,
dinner, baby.
Yeah.
Been eating a lot of venison lately.
Yeah. Better take these to a vet.
Yeah.
I also don't like that they're in one of their cases. Don't know whether it's elk or whether it's moose or whatever, but they're like slightly furry. Their antlers,
Yeah.
like flocked, like a Sylvanian family.
Yeah.
Just being gored to death by a Sylvanian family. What a way to go!
Imagine stacking a load of Sylvanian families into like the blade of a sword.
Yeah.
And then just going at someone with a family of chipmunks.
What are the Sylvanian? Right, here we go.
Here we
right,
go.
okay. What are the Sylvanian families?
What on earth do you
How,
mean?
what do you mean? Like
No, I know what they are. I know them as a concept.
as a product,
But what
yeah.
are the groupings?
Oh, you see,
of
what
family?
animals?
What animals are popular?
There's,
they're
there's loads,
everything.
but there's rabbits,
Yeah. There's a
Cats.
badger, wasn't there?
there's badgers,
I think it's whatever your little heart
Any
can
animal.
imagine.
Weasels.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is, are there like deer?
elk.
Oh,
I don't think so. It's all woodland hedgerow animals.
Yeah, I see.
and I think they have to
Squid
be
eels?
animals that you could like comfortably like make cute.
Uh,
And like a deer would be quite lanky.
Sure.
If it was very like if you had like it's Mrs. Badger and like
yeah.
and Mr.
Well, I would argue a badger isn't that cute.
I would argue that also. I would love to see them release like special editions like once a year, and it's just like the elk, the elk lord, and it's just like 3 times the size of other Sylvanian families.
really long,
Really long,
really
yeah.
long. Yeah.
He just smashes his way into the family harvester restaurant.
The
Yeah.
Council of Elks.
The elk council has
Because
arrived.
you get like these little dioramas, wouldn't you? Because Sylvanian families couldn't like bend or move. They
They can move its shoulder.
oh, could they move their
Yeah,
shoulders?
That's
yeah.
it, I think.
That
but,
was yeah.
But you'd get like I don't know. It's like the cozy bottom corner shop.
Yes.
And there's little Miss Vole who runs for shop, and then it's like the next diorama is for Council of Elk, which is like
that's the advert though, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's like do. Mrs. Vole is running the corner shop. Do. Boom! Council of Elks.
But-
Apocalypse is here.
New to Sylvanian families.
Blood sacrifice edition
The Council of Elks are here to change things a little.
with free divining pack.
yeah, and
Gavel sold separately.
because Sylvanian just means like forest.
Yeah.
Does it?
Well, Sylvan does.
Yeah.
And I think they're playing on Sylvanian.
Yeah,
They're making it into a
Sylvanian, yeah.
town. Yeah, kind of thing.
It's a delightful brand.
It's been
I
going
think.
since the dawn of time, I think.
I remember my sister having Sylvanian.
I had
Sylvanian
Sylvanians when I was
families,
a
yeah.
kid. I had a Harvester restaurant. They must have done a partnership
Wait,
with the
no,
brand Harvester.
not
I
Harvester.
swear to fucking Christ, I had a Harvester with the Harvester logo on it. I'm not fucking with you.
Oh
here.
wait,
This ain't a bit.
And all your favourite characters there, like Mr. Rabbit for chef, and old sleepy fox who's had one too many pints of acorn beer.
And Greg Wallace.
I'm just here till my wife makes lunch.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Greg Wallace eating a Harvester brunch at like 10:30 before going home to have
A full roast dinner.
cooked by his wife.
But no,
Yeah.
genuinely, it was a Harvester playset, and it
Harvester.
had like loads of little tiny plates and cutlery and everything.
Yeah.
And then on the plates, I could place little cardboard discs.
Lovely.
That were photos of actual meals.
Yeah.
So they said.
This feels like
That's what they serve in a Harvester. You order a
Little
burger.
plastic disc.
They just turn up with a picture
Yeah.
of a burger.
Yeah. And it was like the actual Harvester menu. It was like one of the selling points on the box.
Wow.
And then I could put like a little casserole disc onto the plate,
Yeah.
and I'd serve up a casserole.
Whoa.
Did it have the famous Harvester salad bar?
Oh, it had
I
the
was
salad
gonna
bar.
ask
Yeah.
that,
And
yeah.
it had the ice cream sundae as well. Because that's quite famous.
That's delightful. You don't get a lot of tie-ups of that kind anymore.
Tie-up?
Like a commercial tie.
Yeah, like a
yeah.
Lego Greg's set, for example.
Yeah,
would be
Lego Greg's.
wicked.
Lego Greg's would kill.
Lego
That'd be
Greg's
amazing.
would sell
yeah.
the fuck out. In
Yeah,
fact,
yeah.
they're always doing that Lego ideas thing, where you can submit an idea for
Yeah,
a Lego set.
Lego
I'm going to
Greg's.
submit Lego Greg's.
Yeah.
What a brand partnership that would be.
Would the irony be there that Greg's could never partner with something that would cost more than a pizza slice?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because it would cost like 32 quid to get the Greg's Lego
If
set.
they sell it in Greg's,
Oh, the Lego set would be like 400 quid.
it'd be like free with a pasty.
Yeah, but yeah,
The
you
set.
get a pasty.
Oh
Yeah.
buy
my
a
god.
pasty and you get the
yeah,
Lego set
or maybe
for
it's
free.
modular.
Yeah.
You could like every time you get like you got to complete the set of like the beige foods, and when
Yes.
you've done them all, you can like click them all together.
I'd love to see a little Lego sausage roll though. That
Yeah,
would make me.
that'd be
I
fun.
could die happy seeing that.
That'd be fun.
It would probably be those little 2-dot tiles
It'd be tiny.
that
yeah.
that have a flat top but 2 holes in the bottom.
Yes.
Clip over. It'd be one of those, but with an image of a sausage roll in it, and then you could put it in the hand of a minifigure and you could hold that.
Yeah. That'd be great.
That'd be
wouldn't it?
great.
Oh,
What
imagine.
world?
What a possibility.
Yeah.
So I also saw giraffes
yeah.
at the wildlife
Long
park.
deer.
I
Yeah.
saw a red panda.
Did you? Red panda, they're adorable.
That was cool.
Can we
They
get an
are
update
adorable.
on the giraffe's knees? Because every time I've seen a giraffe,
Yeah.
its knees have been going off like a 10-gun salute.
Really?
Yeah, they all had arthritis, and it sounds like a bang, bang,
I
bang.
didn't
yeah.
notice it. One
Fucking hell.
was sort of lying down, but his legs were like behind.
Honestly, they
its
look like they're going to buckle and
top
fall
of its
over.
legs. Yeah. So it was like lying down, but its head was
Wait,
up in the air.
utterly lengthways, like head and
Kinda,
ankles
but yeah,
on the
but
floor.
its arms went like back underneath itself.
Was it dead?
No.
Like skis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Like a jet ski.
But they're flat. Sort
Right.
Of thing. So obviously
So it
their
wasn't
knees are-
kneeling. It was kind of. Was it? Would
Yeah,
you
but
describe
its
a
back
giraffe?
legs were also doing that.
Yeah, I guess
So
it's
it's only lying down.
I'd
Depends what
love
your
to see
definition
it.
of lying down
I'd love
is,
to see
but-
it try to get up from that.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I thought I've never seen a giraffe like sitting or lying
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
They
kind
sleep
of
standing
I
up
thought
like
they slept
horses.
standing up. Yeah.
I guess. I
They
don't
just
know.
lock their knees into place.
There's some horses that sleep lying down.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a myth that they all sleep standing up.
But it's like that famous image of like a horse on its back with its legs in the air, and the farmer had put a sign up saying, "I assure you, the horse is not dead. He just does this."
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else did we see?
Red panda.
Red
So you
panda.
saw
You saw
red
red
panda.
panda.
Saw red pandas. They were very
Do you
cute.
see any non-cute animals like a snake or a?
I didn't see a snake.
Yeah, or a
I think we
mantinoid.
avoided the reptiles anyway.
They're scary.
They are very scary.
or a Madagascar shit eel or something like
Did
that.
we see any non-cute ones? We saw penguins. They're
quite cute.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Meerkats we saw. Prairie
Meerkats.
dogs. Otters.
Otters are great.
We
I love an
saw-
otter.
Yeah.
Do you see a tapir?
Oh, I love a tapir.
I think so.
No.
one of-
Apparently,
It's one of them.
Looks like a little elephant.
it's like a
Oh, no, well then,
small
no.
elephant, black and white, stripy with like a little
No.
diddy
Oh,
nose,
that would
but
have
no
been
big
wonderful.
ears.
like a little cock nose. Doesn't have a
Oh,
hole.
that does sound cute.
Yeah.
No.
It's got like a trunk, but
Did you know that Cool Town Lake
Oh yes.
has apparently got otters in it now?
Oh, that's cool.
Shit about it.
Otters are cool.
Otters are cool.
I
Everyone
like
likes an otter.
otters.
otter's like somewhere between a cat and a dog and a fish.
Yes.
I had a chat with a child about an otter
Oh,
at
yeah.
that little comic event the other week. Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
what specifically?
I brought out
What did you learn?
I tried to instill the only like sea otter fact I knew,
Oh, yeah.
which was that they kept Nick's dying. You're right.
I'm good. Yeah,
No,
please
so-
carry on.
Hate,
Yeah.
hates otters. This guy.
If you hadn't drawn
Yeah.
attention to it, we'd have got away with it. Shit.
We,
Yeah. Sea otters keep a little pebble in their armpit.
Really?
Yeah. And
What,
when they
for
want,
luck?
well, for cracking shells.
oh.
I'm going to sneeze again.
I
Well,
don't-
now I can't.
I can't do it with you all
Got
watching me.
performance anxiety.
yeah.
Yeah, like when they crack food on their bellies, they put like a shell.
Excuse me.
Chris.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
I mean Rayman. I mean Nick. Oh, sorry.
Oh
no.
shit! I fucked it.
Yeah.
John.
No, they'll put like a little shellfish on their belly, and they'll get their pebble out, and they'll go bang, 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 and break it on their belly.
Why don't they get a pebble where
Fresh
they
pebble.
go?
You don't. That's wasteful. That.
Yeah.
Not for the otter.
I imagine it's quite limiting to always be swimming.
Yeah,
and
always be
always be swimming.
Yeah.
ABS, but also
It's
always
like,
have a pebble.
it's like if
under
I
your
did
pit.
that backstroke with a lemon under there.
It's like that.
It's exactly
I've
like
seen
that.
you do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that. Yeah, I nearly broke my arm doing that.
That seems like a great hypothetical, but A, when was the last
Thank
time
you.
you did backstroke, and how often have I seen you with
I do backstroke the other week.
when did you carry a fruit?
A fruit.
I can't think of an instance to which I've seen you with a fruit in
that's
your
less
hand.
likely.
So-
You know Gwyneth Paltrow's jade egg?
Oh, I
Is
see.
it a bit
yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
No, I did backstroke 2 weeks ago. I was on land, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do. I go swimming to swimming class.
Oh, I see. Were you
the
were you
boy.
waving instructions at the boy?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
child.
No, do it like this, son.
Do it. Watch me. Watch me.
Be better.
Slide on a lemon.
Slashing around.
I guess like you could like store like I don't know a pestle and mortar in your anus or something like that for when you come across a particularly stern nut that needs.
Yeah, or some herbs. You want to
Or
make
some
into
herbs,
like a
yeah.
Was the
paste.
child impressed by that?
That fact.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it instilled? Because you said you wanted to instill it.
Instill what?
That fact.
That
in,
fact.
in the
Oh,
child.
yeah,
Do
and,
you think
and
you went away and remembered it?
she gave me a fact back.
Oh,
She said.
I assumed.
Yeah, you assumed wrong.
Yeah. It's fine.
She said that they sleep holding hands. And I was like,
That's
that's
adorable.
nice.
They
Yeah.
all hold hands with
That
each
is
other.
cute. That is presumably to stop one of them drowning.
I think so, so they don't drift away.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's cute.
That's cute. isn't
God love them. Well, I'll look out for them in the lake.
Yeah.
I'll take one
Yeah.
home with
In
me or
Cool
something.
Town.
Take one
Yeah.
home. Yeah, I've seen people keep otters as
Yeah.
pets, but
They are.
whenever-
Very, there must be a reason you can't because they are exceptionally cute.
Well, I think in all the comments underneath the video I saw of someone doing that, they were like, "This is highly illegal. You shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure
really?
it
Oh,
is,
wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there must be like even in an evolutionary sense because you'd thought like dogs.
Yeah.
Otters are very cute to look at from.
I think they do actually
person's
make
point of
quite
view.
good pets.
Yeah.
Like, they're quite friendly. They're quite like domesticated. The
Yeah.
ball kind
People
of.
keep like ferrets and the like as pets.
Yeah, that's
they're-
basically just a dry
they're-
land
They're all
otter.
muskarigs. They're all the same.
Oh, mustard.
Is it muskarigs?
Oh.
I think
Is
they're
it
called
mustards, Chris?
Yeah, sure.
I think, they're
Whatever,
called,
yeah.
I think they're called muskarigs because they can create like a musk.
Yeah, they smell. Weasels smell so bad, don't they?
Yeah,
in
they're
ferrets?
really skank.
They're
they?
disgusting.
You've got
yeah.
stoats, ferrets, and weasels.
and that's like their
And
evolutionary.
then, yeah, that's, like
Right,
the,
yeah.
that's the Pokemon trilogy.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get really fancy, you've got things like a mink or
yeah,
a
mink.
pine marten. They're all like,
yeah.
but they're all just like varying.
So where does the otter play into all this?
Oh, that gave up ages ago. Went into the sea.
Yeah.
Lives.
It's
You
trying
know.
to get back to its fish roots.
See, I associate an otter with a weasel.
yeah, it's a sea
Yeah,
weasel.
they're of a
Probably
they're of a-
because weasel in Farthingwood looks a bit like an otter. But that's yeah.
If
Yeah.
I was in charge of naming animals, which is a dream of mine,
Yeah.
I would have probably just named it a sea weasel
See, yeah, exactly.
or a
yeah.
Cecil.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of
clever,
thing. Yeah, that is clever.
That's a
yeah.
joke.
That is good.
Yeah,
That's one joke down.
I don't know which one's bigger, like
17 minutes into the record.
because I feel like I've seen people who have like ferrets as pets. And
Yeah,
and
they take them on leads.
A ferret's big enough you could put it on a lead.
Yeah, you
you
buy
know.
a special ferret lead.
I've
Yeah.
seen someone in Cool Town, UK, walk a ferret.
I have as well,
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
But I think like
weird.
So I think you've got a vague idea of how big like a ferret is.
Yes.
But I know like a weasel or a stoat is actually tiny, and I
Yeah.
don't know which one's which.
I want to say a weasel's bigger. I want to
Right.
say a stoat is smaller.
Yeah, you see a stoat, and it's actually like
That's my
like
gut instinct.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's like a
yeah,
shrew or
yeah.
something.
Well, they probably live in the field out back, I expect. We're probably protecting them as
Maybe
well.
With the
even,
no-
even though we can't
maybe,
see them.
maybe you could ask your boy.
I've not spoken to him recently.
Tony.
They've still not cut the field, by the way. Remember,
Well.
he marked out all them
Zones.
borders. They've not been round.
Has it rubbed off yet?
Yep.
Oh, that's
Shame. Shame that.
See,
Well, the
that's-
grass is now so long that it's pointless it being
Yeah.
there. So
To be honest, like his lines probably. Like it's probably someone turned up, saw the lines, was like, "Oh, well, clearly a professional's drawn these. Maybe we should go back to base." and
well,
double
I
check."
heard a
That's true.
rumor
Go back to
from my
base.
next door neighbour that they've cut the wrong field,
Oh, the field next door.
Yeah.
that has been cut. Actually,
Yeah.
I do recall. Yeah,
which is pointless because no one goes on it.
yeah, because that's just
That's
straight
locked
up.
away.
So
Isn't
the,
it?
Yeah.
the rumor is they've cut the wrong field.
That's brilliant.
I like that.
So there we are. Good for them.
Well, the newts are safe then.
Thank goodness for now.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to go out with Newt Killer.
Just to, not to relitigate old territory, but
No,
like,
I'm sure I'll be doing that in a few weeks.
don't newts tend to prefer bodies of water? Isn't that not generally where
John,
they
again,
live?
I
Yeah.
went to a wildlife park for an afternoon. I've not got a degree.
Sorry, yeah, it's just nice to
I
know people
thought
biology
newts
guy.
lived in water.
Yeah.
And at the very least, a swamp.
Marshland.
Marsh.
When I see like a big dry field, I think to myself, that's amphibian territory.
Everything I can tell you about woodland creatures, I would have to refer back to Farthingwood. And I know that the newts died because...
In Farthingwood?
In Farthingwood. Fuck, that's spoilers. Because the marshland caught fire.
The marshland caught fire.
Holy shit, that's water.
That's true, isn't it?
Water
I never water
burns.
I can't remember. It's Farthingwood.
The,
as,
yeah,
as well
the
as you
newts were the
can,
first characters to perish in that show.
Were they really?
Fuck.
Well, maybe
Did
the
they talk?
Yeah.
Newt and Miss Newt.
It was either the newts or the pheasants. The pheasants got killed on a farm.
Everyone died in that.
The pheasants
It was harrowing.
It was brutal.
on that long, terrible migration that all the animals went
and died.
on. It's like if you were like a big, delicious, moist, juicy bird, like you were gonna die.
Well,
like, it was so
easy.
The thing about that migration is that in series 3,
How do you know this?
Oh, I remember all this.
Fuck.
Owl went back to Farthing Wood, and it took her like an hour.
Oh,
She went back going, whoo.
Well, I guess she can fly though, as the owl flies.
Yeah, but why then do the migration? Just go, fucking go.
But the bergs, they've got it. Well, no,
Birds got it made.
not all the bergs.
No.
You know, the delicious ones are fucked. But like owl, no one eats owls.
No one eats. Well, as far as I'm aware,
I'm sure someone must have eaten an owl at some point.
Bigger owls.
humanity has eaten.
I think
tried
the
owls.
issue with owls is that if you actually plucked them, they're tiny.
Tiny,
Yeah.
They're the size,
size
of,
of
a
a
They look very furry,
size of a
don't they?
Kinder Surprise.
Yeah, Owl went back because Farthing Wood had been redeveloped. And she went back going, oh shit, this is Farthing Wood.
Oh, shit.
Ah,
And was
What
it
was
that-
it? A housing.
housing
you blew
estate?
it up. Yeah, it was a housing estate.
It was a museum about.
It was a museum about a bunch of animals that inexplicably travelled across the country together.
And then owl was like, "It's actually pretty fucking dope. I quite like this."
Yeah, and a skate park.
Here's a question for you.
I can't remember how that storyline
Owl
played
did an
out.
owl liver.
As the Animals of Farthing Wood historian at the table,
Yes.
you know, like how all these animals made peace and went on a big migration to find a new place to live.
Yes.
This was an animated TV show in the UK, by the way.
For our American listener.
yeah. And you know how the carnivores didn't eat the herbivores.
Good on them.
They did not.
What did they
Fox
eat?
didn't eat rabbit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they ate specifically those animals.
They just ate other ones.
They ate other animals.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, good news, Mouse. Our journey's been long and arduous. Now, excuse me, I need to go get a bite to eat.
I'm going to eat one of your cousins.
Yeah.
And then, well, in series 2,
Here we go.
Kestrel, you might remember this,
I do. No, I don't.
accidentally killed one of the Farthing Wood rabbits.
Jesus Christ.
And they went, fucking hell, Kestrel.
I bet they said
killed-
that word for word.
That was a Farthing Wood rabbit. And
Fucking hell, Kestrel. Do you want to fucking just
This is an actual
Shit my
lie.
ass, Kestrel. What have you fucking done?
I made up the swear bit.
Kestrel,
Yeah,
shit an
Just-
acorn. What
just
the
for-
fuck's
just for,
happening?
like, funny.
Jesus Christ, Kestrel. Forest Christ, Kestrel.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Mother of God, Kestrel.
Kestrel's actual response was, how embarrassing.
Really?
How
That was
embarrassing.
she went, key. She went, key. How
And subtitle
embarrassing.
said, how embarrassing.
No, that's what she said.
Yeah.
She went, how embarrassing.
My favourite thing about...
Because she'd broken the oath, you see.
You see.
Yeah. My favourite
And it
thing...
was problematic for everybody.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Fox would go around killing other rabbits.
Oh, he'd definitely kill, yeah. The best thing
was
about
Cockney.
Farthing Wood was that...
What?
He was. You know, watch it back. He's a proper Cockney. I was
Right,
like, I don't
Fox, I am.
remember that.
Fucking hell.
Hello, I'm the leader.
I'm the leader, me. I'm Fox. Fucking
And
hell.
it was quite a charming art style. But
Sure, yeah.
every time a carnivore killed, just for a second, it would cut to an intensely realistic close-up image
Yes.
of a photorealistic fox covered in blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one noticed at the time.
So, oh, how embarrassing! And just for a second, you go, oh,
Just the neck snap of a shrew.
yeah,
There was a lot of like heavy shit went on in that show.
Yeah, it
That
was-
I still remember.
yeah, and that's why I've never bought anything made of plastic. That show totally.
Oh, because it
made-
worked on you.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
understood, and I don't live in a house.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never live in a house.
I live in White Stag Park.
Yeah,
Is that where they end up?
White was it what? Yeah, White Stag.
yeah, it was like a
Park.
mythical land.
But is it with nature reserve or something?
Yeah, I think that was the idea. But then they got there and it was still a bit shit.
But it's that thing where like
We've got to keep it going.
Oh, they still had problems.
when they
Of course they did.
well, it got political after that because when they discovered that like there were like other foxes that already lived in White Stag Park.
Blue foxes.
Blue?
Yeah,
foxes.
because Fox was the first fox to ever go, I need a name. And he go, I'm going to call myself Fox.
Fox,
And then
yeah.
his wife was like, I'll call myself Vixen.
Yeah.
And then they met other foxes and were like, oh, fuck, what am
are
I
we
going to
gonna do
be?
now?
Like,
What about Steve, I guess?
I guess I'm Blue. You
Was
know,
he
He was
Blue?
called Scarface.
Scarface.
Oh, I
yeah.
remember Scarface.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
He had a
he
wife.
preferred Steve, but they
yeah, he
like,
didn't have a scar on his face, weirdly.
His wife was called. Can't remember.
Karen.
Scarface.
Greetings, stranger. What brings you to our reserve? I'm Fox. What's your name? I have no need of a name. I'm going to call you Scarface. Why?
Whoops.
There it is.
Scratch.
Yeah. And then Badger, and then Badger had a son in secret.
What was his son called?
Can't remember.
Bachelor.
Billy.
Billy.
Illegitimate.
Billy.
cub.
And then Badger died of dementia.
Yeah, Badger straight up died in an old person's home.
Yeah.
This is a fucked up show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dementia.
He really. Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Because don't badgers notoriously have a sort of disease that makes them go fucking crazy or something? Like they go red eyes or something.
Yeah.
Some weird thing. So I guess that was probably a reference to that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Myxomatosis. That's a rabbit thing.
That's a rabbit thing.
That's a rabbit
they get
thing.
fucked up.
Yeah. But wasn't like the heron called Whistler?
Yeah, because he
had a hole.
wing.
He had a hole in his. He got shot in the wing before you met him.
But I guess like it's mostly feather.
But he's not called heron.
He's not called heron.
That means there was already a heron.
Ah, that's what it means.
Yeah.
He's the second heron.
That's the logic of the show.
Oh yeah, I can't argue with the logic of the show.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I think you should argue with it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being the first asshole in that group? Like you've got like a bunch of rabbits, and they go, "We need names. I'm Rabbit."
Fuck
you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck shit. I guess I'm gravel then because there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But they never named the rabbits. They were just like a posse of rabbits.
Yeah.
They're all just called rabbits.
They were like, look, it's the rabbits.
Here,
And then
here come the rabbits.
Kestrel killed one of them. It was very embarrassing.
But no one mourned them because they had no name and thus didn't register in the.
Yeah.
A lot of the rabbits died.
The hedgehogs got hit by
Scarface
a
would
car.
kill them.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Oh,
hedgehog
that
was getting hit. That
was
was
truck actually.
probably one of the most
All right.
brutal.
It was an
moments.
articulated lorry.
Yeah, John.
I was traumatized. I
It was
wasn't really paying attention.
that was
to-
awful.
I tried to buy Animals of Farthing Wood on DVD
Yeah.
not the other day, a couple of years back for Ali because she used to love it.
Yeah.
And the DVD box set will set you back like 150 quid. It's like there's no way I'm spending that for this fucking show.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's like
I had all
98
sorts of
discs, so
Farthing Wood.
that's probably part
Yeah,
of
because
it.
it was surprisingly like for a weird kids show in the early '90s. It was surprisingly like in depth, like big continuity, big
Yeah, big lore.
lore, deep lore,
Deep,
The old
fantastical lore.
Yeah, and then it ended after 3 series. But I had a load of figures. I had all sorts of stuff.
There were action
Did you?
figures.
Yeah.
Did you have Combat Action Fox?
Yes.
Yeah, he had like a
No,
sniper scope
they were
on
like
his back.
vinyl figurines. They didn't articulate or anything, but they existed.
But he'd have clip-on weapons.
They did. Yes, they
Yeah,
had
Fox
all
had an axe.
the awesome things you expect.
Yeah.
A laser axe.
Yeah.
I had Arctic Action Vixen.
Shut a scarf.
Yeah.
Cosmic Fury Hedgehog.
I can't remember what animals they were
Embarrassed
now.
Kestrel.
I expect it's another one of those things that's currently in my mum's loft. That
That might be
Play
worth
set.
something. I mean,
Yeah,
if the fucking
might be.
DVDs are worth 150 quid, which
Yeah.
they're not, by the way.
I bet the loft is a treasure trove of 90s paraphernalia.
I imagine there's a lot of load-bearing tat up there.
We should do an
Yeah.
episode about what's in your mum's loft.
Yeah, we shall.
I know for
Well, I said to her the other week, I'm going to go up there at some point soon and find
If
out.
you
what
find a load
got.
of shit, we'll do an episode about all our
She
nostalgia.
told me
for
there's
your
definitely
crap.
Brio up there because
Brio?
I need Brio for the lad.
Oh, that's true.
Oh wait, which one was Brio?
Wooden train set.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah.
Tommy trains. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tommy
they were
trains.
well good.
Yeah.
Great. Well, good.
Thing is, in my parents' house, they've got 2 attics. There's like a
Ooh.
dividing wall between the 2 attics.
Yeah.
Fancy.
That's how the other half
Have
lives.
you
isn't
heard
it?
about the locks? They've got 2 attics.
You know, the other half being one side of the
Exactly,
attic.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've helped.
That's a
them-
joke.
Which one does your twin live in?
Fish heads. Fish.
Fish heads.
You mean the good
yeah, the good,
twin?
Yeah,
good
the
one.
good twin,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I've
Why?
helped,
I bet you've never even seen your reflection in the mirror.
I've helped clear. I've helped clear out the smaller side,
Oh, that's good of you.
which is ironic. Which now again, it's like excavating. You go deeper down through your personal history.
Striations.
Yeah.
And digging that out, and that was like, well, a lot of like university crap.
Yeah.
Right, boring.
So that you can think, but I know the other attic, which I haven't been in like 20 years.
Is that where your Pokemon cards are?
There's some Gen 1. There's a shiny Gen 1
Oh.
Bulbasaur up there.
You've got to find that, man, because that's
Yeah.
like probably 500
We
quid.
should do a loft based
Could be more
episode.
than that.
We can record from the loft.
Yeah. Hi, I'm in the loft now.
I'm in the loft.
It
Hi.
turns out it was all binned in the 90s.
We could do both lofts. We could do half an episode in your loft and
Yeah.
half an episode in your
We'll
loft.
go up there.
Yeah.
My parents have lost the loft from my childhood. It's gone forever. So
You say loft, as in like they're still in the same house, but the door has disappeared.
top of the house blew off.
The hatch.
Horrible.
It's like the bloody Navigson report. Yeah, the loft is there. We just don't know where the entrance is anymore. It wanders. Yeah. It's a very deep reference for anyone who cares. Who's got a hate?
Oh yeah, go on then.
Oh, here we go.
I paused there because normally you jump in.
Seeing as there was a
It
silence.
turned into a sudden standoff.
was
Nobody
like-
actually wanted to do it. Yeah.
I hate this show.
Hey,
go home.
Hey Nick,
Hey, Chris.
What do you think about sustainability? Are you pro sustainability?
I mean, I'd be a fucking asshole if I said I wasn't. But yeah, sure, I'm pro
So we'll
sustainability.
put you in the maybe pile.
Okay, sure.
John, how about you? You'd say anti.
Oh,
sustainability,
sorry,
would you?
I see the look you're giving me. Yes, I'm deeply anti-sustainability.
No, I'm
yeah.
just doing a straw poll.
In order for equality.
Well, can I
represent both sides?
Yeah, go on.
Can I just say, I think I know where you're going with this.
Do you?
I like
I'm not sure you do.
No, I'd kind of say, as someone who's worked in a public institution before,
Yeah.
Weird
I
flex.
like sustainability in principle.
Yeah.
The department that was in charge of sustainability of that organisation were some of the worst people I've ever interacted with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
they-
think there's a difference between sustainability and actioning sustainability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that particular team really made me hate the fucking planet.
Yeah.
Because
Let me burn.
Well, it's not a work thing, it's a event thing. So I went, my hate is profiteering off sustainability.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
To be specific. We went to a Cool Town based event recently,
Oh.
the Cool Town Jazz Festival, now in Cheltenham.
Oh, fuck.
No one will work that out.
And there's a bar there,
Well hidden.
as there are at most of these events. And they had you get a lot of events where you get these plastic glasses, which are like sort of sturdy but reusable and recyclable, and that's fine.
Yes.
They're like, please put them in these special bins. Yeah, cool, no problem.
Yeah,
We'll
mate,
do it.
I'll do
Yeah,
that.
whatever you want, mate.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
I'll
good.
do
And it got to a point where it was like, pay £1, and then you get your cup, and then if you give it us back at the end, you'll get your cup back.
You'll get your pound back.
Get your pound back, sorry, not your cup back.
the cup
Give
and
me the
they
cup
give you a
back.
cup.
It's just a standoff then, isn't it? Here's the cup back. No, you
Here's a
you
cup
have
for
it.
you.
Here's your cup. No, I'm giving it back.
Infinite
But-
cups.
yeah. Cool. Here's your reward. Here's the cup.
It's a cup. You
No,
get a
but I'm
cup for
giving
that.
it back to you. No.
Yeah, no,
you
it's
get
a
your
good
pound
deed.
back. What happened at this event was they say, right, come here. Right, come here.
All right,
come
all
here.
right,
dickhead.
you, Chris.
Yeah,
Come here,
Come
you
here.
fucko.
Yeah. Come over here. Have your hells and fuck off.
I don't even want to drink.
Yeah.
You'll shut up and you'll have it.
And basically the deal, inverted commas, I can't put enough air quotes around that, was that you buy your glass. You buy your glass initially.
It's a glass.
It's a cup.
It's a cup.
It's a cup shaped like a glass.
I see.
That's like what you would expect from these kind of
Like a kid's tumbler.
that kind of thing.
What did it feel like?
It felt cheap and nasty.
Oh, it must be
smell
very.
like?
It must be very expensive.
It must be very recyclable.
Yeah.
So you pay for your beer, which is £6 fucking something. Anyway,
Oof.
that's a different issue. And then it's like, pay £1.20 for your cup. If you bring your cup back, we will replace it with another cup until you're done. And then you can put your cups in these special bins. No refunds. No refund. So you paid your £1.20 to hire the cup in the first place. It says on it, do not take this cup home, but you don't get a refund at the end. You just pay for a cup.
So here's a question then. If you showed up with your own cup, could you circumnavigate?
Well, Liz said exactly that.
said the
I was
price?
too late. I was fleeced.
Well, of course. You
Oh,
got there.
so is it like what coffee shops do? Where
What do they do? I complain about that as well.
I've definitely done a coffee. I've gone to one coffee shop where it's like they kind of rent you a cup.
Boston does that.
But
Yeah.
then I don't get that money back. So what's the point? It's like,
I thought it was going to be like getting a trolley out. You put £1 in.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
how they
I have
normally
no,
work.
I have no moral obligation with that whatsoever. Me paying for a glass effectively is bollocks.
What it
That's
really-
part of the drink.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you give it to me in my hands.
Yeah.
You pour it into my hands.
The system should be, unfortunately, £7 for a pint,
Yeah.
and then put your fucking cup in the bin at the end.
Put your cup in the bin.
Because clearly that's exactly what is happening. You're paying £7.20 for a beer,
Yeah.
and then you're chucking a cup in a
If
bin.
you're that worried about sustainability, why charge people for the use of a glass?
So just to clarify, it's
true.
These cups weren't. You know, if you looked at it, you go, "Well, that's clearly not a disposable cup. Like it's a bit more sturdy than that."
It's one of those ones that you would get in an event that normally has like a pattern on it that says you've been to said event, say a rugby match or something like that.
Oh, so some people keep them for
Some people keep them for souvenirs. This is a plain glass. It looks the same as those, but it had no logos on it. It just said, "Do not take this glass home."
But it's made of plastic.
I took
This
it
is
home.
the wild thing. Yeah, I'd have fucking taken it home,
Yeah.
actually. Because, like, usually that system that you're describing is in place when the cup is a souvenir cup.
Yeah.
And it's like you can put the cup back and usually they give you the money then.
Yeah.
Or you can take it, and because you've already paid for it, it's a perfect system because
Yeah.
no one loses out. If it's a shitty cup that says, do not take this cup on it.
Yeah.
And also, like, you can't get your money back.
There's no souvenir value to it.
No.
You're basically buying a cup off them,
But
you
But
then
you have
don't
to.
because you have to.
But you don't get
But
to
you then
keep.
don't get to keep.
Wait, so
Yeah.
the thing I'm
So
struck-
I'm paying them £1.20 per person basically.
Yeah.
Because Liz and I both had a drink, £1.20 to not get anything.
But the thing is, the thing
To
I'm,
have use of a cup.
but the thing I'm
You've
strugg-
rented a cup for
the thing I'm
$1.20.
struggling
That
with
should be
here-
part of the drink price.
Yeah, but the thing I'm
You
struggling
agree-
with
you-
here
John agrees
is that
with me,
there's
I
a
think.
special bit, there's a special bin for them at the end.
That special
Yeah.
bin.
So, do these cups give the impression that
Yeah.
when they go in that bin, someone's going to lovingly wash?
I have
them?
no idea.
Did
I guess so.
Was
There
it
was
like
probably a poster which I didn't
was
read.
it like the kind
all I saw was £1.20 for a glass.
No,
angry.
I want to keep going back to what the cup actually looked and felt like, because
Yeah.
did it feel like you go, oh, that's a bit more substantial than a shitty plastic cup, and this is clearly going to be like washed and reused. Is that the
Was
thing?
it? Did it look like a reusable cup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But when I go to say a pub and they serve me a drink in a glass,
I mean, a glass is recyclable.
I give the glass
true, reusable,
back, and then they wash it and reuse it.
You're less likely to steal a glass than you are a plastic
Yeah,
cup that
arguably.
says "Do not steal" on
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
So is that what they're trying? I'm trying to work out what problem
What
they're
are they
trying to
trying to do?
solve. That's what
What
I
are
don't
they trying to
understand.
do?
It's the idea that they're giving out nicer cups so
Yeah.
they don't get thrown away and just create litter.
Yeah.
But then they're like, the tax is like a £1.20 tax on the cup to
Yeah.
stop you stealing it.
To stop you. Well, but you could steal it. If anything, I would say it encourages you to steal it.
Yeah, because you paid
But
for
why
it.
would anyone want to keep that cup?
I'm just a little confused. As to
My
what the-
impression is they're trying to profiteer off this whole sustainability kick.
It's like eco virtue signaling.
Yeah.
It's like, look at us, we are doing a cup thing.
But couldn't
I
you just?
guarantee at the next Cool Town Festival, whatever it may be,
In Cheltenham.
those cups will be those cups will be there.
But couldn't you
Again,
just-
and
Same
probably
cup.
the same one I drank out
Yeah,
of.
but the thing I
Well,
don't
next you
get
stole
is
it.
that
Oh yeah.
if you were just going to add like a £1.20 say sustainability tax,
Yeah.
why not just say right at the get go, hey everyone, we as a festival,
Yeah.
we're doing our bit,
We're well
so
sustainable.
we're going to add
Yeah.
a £1.20 tax to like.
But what does that money go to?
Which is why I don't understand what it's going right now.
This
if
is the
I'm
thing,
honest.
because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if I hired an event company tomorrow,
Yeah.
if I hired a mobile bar, they'd bring all their own cups, and they'd probably bring plastic tumblers anyway. Because they're not
Yeah.
going to move glass around. I know some mobile bars do, but they'll probably bring like 10 crates of plastic cups, and then at my event, let's say it's a wedding, they will serve booze all that day, and people will be putting their cups back on the bar, and then
Yeah.
they'll wash them under
Yeah,
a little
but
tap,
that's-
and then at the end of the day, they'll stack them all in the fucking crates, and they'll put them on the back of the lorry, and they'll drive away,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and no one will have paid any more than what they would have
Yeah.
just paid for the fucking drinks. It's the exact same system,
Yeah.
except you're being charged for
Yeah.
it.
I was charged.
yeah,
It's
yes.
like going to a pub normally and being charged for use of the
For the glass.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay, so
Doesn't happen.
But let's
What,
work.
about that is about sustainability.
Yeah, but Maurice, let's workshop this. So if you went to a pub
Let's think tank
and you're
it,
like, "Hello, I'd like a pint of your finest beer,
Yeah.
please," and they're
do,
like,
do they serve beer?
and they'll be like, "Well, that'll be £6.20 because fuck you."
Because
Because I saw you coming.
yeah,
because Brexit means Brexit.
because that's
Sovereignty,
Because
right?
sovereignty, like, and then every time you order a pint, we all stand in silence for 5 minutes while the national anthem
Yeah.
plays. But like,
Especially if it's an aside.
it's
I would
Brewed in the UK.
probably enjoy that because at least get a fucking experience.
yeah. Okay, so like,
Pay $1.20 for that.
Pay $1.20 for the experience.
£6.20 for the beer. I'm like, okay, well that's the cost of sovereignty, I suppose. And then they go, oh, and by the way, sir,
Yeah.
it's an additional £1.20
Yeah.
for the glass.
Yeah. But,
But-
you have to give back.
But good news, you can refresh that glass as many times as you want throughout the night. So if you want to clean one at any point, you only
Yeah.
have to bring it back.
Yeah.
But you don't pay again.
But every time I bring it back and say, I'd like another beer, please, it's
Yeah.
still £6.20.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then at the end of the evening, I give you the glass back.
Yeah. So
that-
where's my 120?
But that wasn't true for you because you paid 120 once.
yeah.
Yes. But he's
Not-
still paying for the drinks, though.
Yes.
So yes. I think.
Sorry, I thought you were inferring that you added on the cost for the cup every time you bought
No,
a drink.
I
no.
guess like it's a fact that like you can go. They said like we'll give you endless
changes.
refreshes of the cup, so you can keep the cup all night.
But then you don't get. That should be my choice. If I want to pay £1.20 to go to the sustainability charity, fine. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I.
What if
could
I
do
want a
that.
filthy cup?
Yeah, I could keep a cup that I don't want to keep that
I
says
just-
"Don't keep this cup." on."
yeah.
So they
Here's
got your
a-
money anyway.
But again, as you said, Nick, rightly, if just catering company or bar company turns up for your event and just goes, yeah, we just use glasses,
Yeah.
and obviously we just wash them.
We take it back.
The
And they
point-
probably lose one or two everything they do, but
Yeah.
that's a cost of doing a thing.
I think the point I'm making is, and I'm not entirely sure myself, is that this isn't about sustainability. This is about making £1.20 off thousands of people.
Yeah,
Yes,
now,
of
and
course
they,
it
and
is.
they could say, no, and I think I get you, but I guess they could say that, like, yeah, but it's more like a tax, like that £1.20
Yeah.
is all just going to go in this big pot, which will contribute to sustainability. And I'm like, okay,
That doesn't mean anything.
no, but I'm like, okay, fine,
Yeah.
if you said
Take
to
you
me,
at your word.
yeah, so if you just go like, hey, I'd like to get a drink, please. Cool. By the way, as part of the event, we're charging customers on their first purchase. It's £1.20.
Yeah.
That's just going to go towards sustainability. And I'd be like, you know what? Fine. I just don't understand
I wouldn't.
how this transactional cup shit
Don't tie it
connects
to
to
a cup,
that.
because it doesn't.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
No.
It's bollocks. It would if they were recycling the cups, which they're not because they're semi-permanent cups.
Yeah.
That would make a bit more sense because that
Or-
would pay for the recycling admin.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Or if it was a decentive, that is to say, like, we want you to use recyclable stuff, or we want you to bring your own vessel, and so therefore, if you don't, we're going to charge you
Yeah.
to use like a plastic cup,
Yeah.
which will get binned.
Yeah.
Then I get that, but that's not happening. They're They're not binning those cups.
Yeah.
So you're not doing something bad for the
Yeah.
environment by paying the $1.20.
The thing as well is, I didn't obviously try to take my own cup. Next time I will. The next event, I think I will and see what they say.
But
There was nothing that said.
Oh, bring your own cup along.
There was nothing that said you can bring your own cup and
But
avoid the charge.
that could be an option. So,
I guess.
So is that what? That's what I don't understand. Is that what they're trying to like incentivize you to not like bring your own cup and then not contribute to recycling? But based on what you're saying, they're not recycling these cups
But here's-
because they're
here's the thing, right?
semi-permanent anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's the opposite of Greg's. Let's bring Greg's up again, because you know.
Good old
Greg's.
Greg's.
Good old Greg's.
They
should have a
do
Lego set.
They
Who
do the
cares?
opposite, right? So they've been selling coffee in the little coffee throwaway cups for like 100 years.
They
right?
say, yeah, I know what you're going to say. They
And
say if you bring your own,
If you bring your own or
vessel,
the Greg's vessel in,
Yeah.
then you get coffee for
The Greg's vessel.
There's only one.
You know it when you see it.
Greg's vessel.
and you'll pay slightly less
Yeah.
for your coffee.
Yeah.
And in a way, what they're doing is they're punishing you
Yeah.
to use the throwaway shitty cups that fuck up the environment.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
I have
I
no
get-
problem with
That
that.
makes sense.
I understand
And loads
that.
of coffee places do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good. It's all good. Everyone's
Yeah.
having a good time.
But the reason that makes sense is because the other option, other than the bring your own Greg's vessel in, is something that fucks the environment.
Yes.
Whereas in this particular case, it doesn't. You
No.
pay for the fucking price. You pay the $1.20.
It's literally-
and they take the cup back anyway and
It's
recycle
literally
it.
reinventing or charging for a system that already exists for free.
Yes.
Yes.
For free.
We've had it for
you pay a
centuries.
premium for the hospitality anyway.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
bollocks to suggest it's an additional charge
Yeah.
for whatever there's.
Which is why I keep going back to why not just tell people we're just taking like a £1.20 surcharge for sustainability purposes.
But then I would be saying, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah,
I
well,
would want to know what that
I would
meant.
want to know what that means because
Yeah.
it makes sense for Greg's.
I could charge.
Yeah.
We could charge £1.20 for this podcast. Oh, we're putting it towards sustainability.
Yes.
That's the same
And
premise.
I would probably want to know, well, what are you doing with that money?
It wouldn't.
Which charity would go to you?
It would go, yeah, my charity.
Yeah.
Go to you, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a charity, just my account.
Yeah.
You buy a shoe with it or something.
I literally won
Yeah.
after a year of saving.
So hungry for a shoe.
yeah.
I guess I just don't like. I still don't understand the transactional relationship with this car.
There isn't one.
Is it possible there was a poster up explaining all this and you just didn't?
Oh,
you
that's
just missed
entirely
it? Yeah.
possible, yeah.
Is it possible
I'm
you
not-
had a petty mal while you were there and just
John,
missed
I'm
out?
not there to read.
No. No.
Just
I-
like you didn't
I'm there
at-
to have a nice time.
Just like you did at the Cotswold Cheltenham Nature Park in Cheltenham, Cotswolds. Fuck.
Yeah. Now in the Cotswolds.
Now in the now featuring Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Good save.
I did it.
I wandered past the Cool Town Jazz Festival.
Yeah.
The Cheltenham Jazz Festival, do you mean?
That's not what I said.
Okay.
But yes. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'll cut that out. It's
yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
I
I
wandered.
think this will all work out really well.
I wandered past the Cool Town Jazz Festival,
Now in Cheltenham.
and I thought to myself, man, I'd quite like something sweet, like maybe
some sort of sweet treat for
maybe
John.
maybe like a sweet treat for me would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
specifically for you.
And so I joined an absolutely massive fucking queue
Yeah.
for ice cream. But I'm like, you know what? I'll wait.
Yeah.
And then
this is going to be.
Because I deserve this.
This is going to be good.
and I was waiting a good while. And there was a lot of families with a lot of children,
Sure.
so it was going slowly.
Yeah.
And as I got close enough to start to see the signs, and I realised it was like 6 to 7
Yeah,
quid
yeah,
for like
yeah.
a single scoop, I suddenly realised, why don't I just walk across the road to that corner shop and buy like a £1.50 like frozen Cadbury choc ice,
Yeah.
and I'll probably have as much joy.
Yeah.
And I did that instead.
Maybe it would
Yeah.
be slightly worse.
Yeah.
But you'd get it at an appreciable sort of time.
Oh, but I'm
Maybe.
37. I can't distinguish between varying levels of joy.
No, well, that's true,
You know,
actually. You
yeah.
can barely accept it when
When
you
I'm not
get
working, I sleep. I don't know what's happy
know, that's
anymore,
true.
so it's fine.
Everything is 50% more than it should be,
Yeah.
price wise.
But that's sovereignty. That's Brexit for you.
price
It's
you
great.
pay-
yeah.
pay for freedom.
And I'm happier this way.
To
with
be
everything
fair-
costing
Yes.
so much more.
Yeah.
That ties very neatly into my hate.
Oh.
Yeah. Which,
Crack on.
So,
I think I've summarised
we've
it as much as I
exhausted
can.
I really hate it when someone. This is so irrational, but I don't care. When someone's in front of me in a queue, particularly when they're right in front of me, but a couple of people ahead.
I think I'm going to agree with you.
I hate them all already anyway, because how dare they be in front of me? But if their order is excessively complicated, to the extent that it just doesn't need to be, right? They should just buy less, eat less, be less complicated, because you're taking up loads of time and you're fucking it for everyone. Right? Bringing it back to Greg's. I love a Greg's. Right? Spend a lot of time in Greg's. I'm a paid member of Greg's. I actually don't have the app. I should get the app because I'm in there all the time.
And I'm often like near you while you're in Greg's, and they always say you got that app.
They ask all the time about that app.
Yeah.
But like the other day, I was in a queue and I was like the next one to be served. There was a woman in front of me. Only one person serving at Greg's.
Yeah.
Normally they're better.
That's always a problem.
That's always a problem.
And emotions are already running high because you're in the queue.
Because hashtag gotta have my Greg's.
Gotta have my Greg's.
Right.
You know.
And
so they're tapping your foot.
Yeah, I'm a fucking and already it's been like 10 seconds maybe, and I'm like, fuck this.
And you're already salivating because you're imagining that greasy, but also kind of like dry.
It's both greasy and dry. How do they do it?
How have they done that?
It's this incredible alchemy that they can achieve, which is why we come back.
Just can't wait for that wet crunch.
Gotta have my wet crunch.
Gotta have my wet crunch.
And it's like, I'll have a chicken bake. I'll have 2 sausage rolls.
Yeah.
And I'll have one of those bacon and cheese wraps.
Yeah.
Then they have a little laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, you love those bacon cheese wraps. Oh, you got any more? We've got some out in the kitchen. Yeah, we're working on it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, cool. Already taking too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have summarised this as some sort of bullet-pointed list. They should have got through it. You know?
Sure.
Already it's become a conversation, which I'm very angry about, right? And then, so then she starts bagging up some of these bits. Is that everything?
Then they carry on.
Oh, actually, no, you know what? I might get another sausage roll, actually, because I think Rodney will probably want one.
Yeah.
And then the cashier's like, Rodney, he always wants his...
He always wants that, he always wants that wet crunch, you know what he's like.
Oh, and how many chicken bakes did I say? Oh, hang on, let me scroll back a second for you. So you've only got 1 chicken bake at the minute. Right, yeah, so I did
Just
think
do your order.
I was going to get a couple of chicken bake. But actually, probably thinking about it, I could get a steak bake, couldn't I? And then the cashier chimes in. It's like, well, actually, it's 2 for 3. Wait a minute. It's 3 for 2. Actually, no, great.
It's our new initiative, 2 for 3.
It's 3 for 2.
You get a free Lego set, so it's fine.
It's 3 for 2 on like steak, chicken, and onion bakes.
Yeah.
If you have one of each and create a combo effect.
Yeah.
And stack them so you eat them all at once.
Yeah.
Oh, you do know we're doing a giveaway on. It's 2 for 3 on.
Why are they from Yorkshire now?
You do know. Well, that's what Greg
Help, it's me, Greg.
Hey,
did you know we're giving away?
It's me, Greg.
It's 2 for 3 on grease foldovers. This
Grease foldovers. I tell you what, right now, if I had the opportunity to meet Greg himself, I don't know how I wouldn't be able to contain myself.
So his name... Hang on. So his name is Greg's.
I assume Greg started it.
Been a Greg
Or Mr. Greg's.
There's no apostrophe in it, though.
Well, that's just cool. There's no apostrophe in Smiths.
That's true.
W.H. Smiths.
It might be a pluralized last name.
That's a problem, isn't it?
You know.
Many Gregs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
his name is
Mr.
like
Greg's.
Phil Greg's.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Greg's would be better.
Gregory
But anyway,
Greg's.
this order just went the fuck on, you know,
Yeah.
and it was just like, rather than like, right, I know it's a big order, I'm going to piss loads of people off behind me, so I'll come in with my bullet pointed list. 4 sausage rolls, 4 chicken bakes, 4 greasy foldovers, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, brilliant, cool, I've just laid it out as quickly as possible, get the fuck out of there, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it was like...
That's the Greg's motto, isn't it? Get the fuck out of here.
We want to serve you as quickly as possible, because we can't stand you.
Yeah.
Greg's, get the fuck in and get the fuck out.
One of the fastest food, givers
Yeah.
on the high street, Greg's.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's easy to laugh at Greg's, but Jesus Christ, I'm like, I'll hey, love, I'll have a black coffee and a strawberry wide, please.
Platonic wedge for me.
That'll be £1.35. Oh, I think you've missed off for jam wide. No. No,
that's not it. It's a steal.
They are undercutting everyone on the high street in a dramatic way.
You want to laugh, but fuck at those prices.
I know, you
God,
can't laugh.
So
you go to Costa, you ask for a jam wide, the first thing they say is, what the fuck, who are you?
Yeah.
Would you like to try a new apricot wide? Oh, all right.
Oh, it'll be irregular.
Lord of a fucking manor over it.
So you get an apricot wide and you get a black coffee, minuscule, and it's like $8.99.
Yeah.
And you pay it willingly, and a single tear runs down your cheek. You go to Greg, same thing. They're like, "Oh, do you want a sausage roll with that?" And it'll make it cheaper. You know, fuck you, get out.
Get it? They get the fuck out.
They just throw it at you full length of the store. Like, bam!
I'd still go.
Let's still go. I'd say thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I love how because one of your regs at Greg's,
One of my Greg's regs.
one of my Greg's regs, is like a sausage roll.
Breakfast sausage bap.
Oh, I like
I
those.
should say.
Breakfast-
The
I
problem
like
is because it's really frustrating, right?
Yeah.
Because on the menu, it's
Yeah.
a bread roll with sausages in it.
I know.
etc.
Oh, yeah.
But they call it a sausage roll. But they also serve sausage rolls.
I say the same.
So I say sausage
I say,
bap.
can I have a breakfast sausage wrap?
Yeah, because like they very stupidly named two major like headlining products on
I
their
agree.
menu the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
name.
yeah.
That's very stupid.
I agree.
Anyway, yes,
And
that's one of my regs.
And again, you keep coming back for this incredible value, but you quite often complain about how they go, "Do you want sauce on that?" I go, "Yeah,
Oh,
ketchup,
God, yeah.
please." And they'll just like basically look at you, maintain eye contact the whole time, throw your sausage roll into the bag, and then maintaining eye contact, just fill the bag with ketchup. Like,
It's literally like dripping with ketchup. Or they'll. I really should have put them on blast because the prices are so good.
The prices are so good. Like, they could spit in it, and it wouldn't matter.
I'd still be like, thanks.
Thanks so much.
in this economy,
But like, I'll be like, oh, can I get a sausage wrap with ketchup, please? Yeah, sure. Do you want your sauce with that? Yeah. Yeah, I want ketchup. Yeah, very good. Okay, yeah. Just takes a step back, maintaining eye contact. Was that red or brown sauce? Fuck me. It's red. Yeah, cool. Turns around, puts the sausages in the bap. Looks at it for a second. I know he's going to ask me. Turns around.
Any sauce?
Was it red? Honestly, that sounds like a bit, but that exact interaction has happened to me before. They asked me 3 times in one order.
I'll tell you what though, they treat you right at Greg's though, because
They do fucking treat you right at Greg's.
when you've got in and gone like, I'll have a latte and a suet roll, please, and they go,
Suet roly-poly, please.
yeah, and they go, oh, sorry, sir, the coffee machine's not working. Oh, that's all right, don't worry. No, don't worry. Like this one's on us.
Yeah.
You know, and they just give it.
I've had a free coffee before.
Yeah.
Because of the machine breaking. I also went in once and it was like they only serve breakfast till 11. And it was like 2 minutes past 11. I was like, they're surely just going to have it. They'll just chuck it together.
Yeah.
And he was like, sorry, mate, we can't serve it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll get, I'll get some sort of like grease cylinder then, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, it's on the house, mate.
Really?
It's fucking amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Already, I'm paying like tuppence for my meal. And then on top of that, they give it to me for free.
Even though you're in the wrong, really.
Technically, because I was late.
You were late.
Yeah,
You were
the,
2
va-
minutes
the,
late.
va- the value is unreal.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
You've got to
you
wonder
know.
how much each of those items cost them.
Oh,
I'd rather. It's probably best
not to.
It's probably best not to think
best
about
not
that.
to-
No, yeah.
0.0005.
Yeah.
Well, it's not- I mean, we're all feeling the pinch right now.
This is the thing.
yeah.
No wonder the queue's out the door for Greg's.
Yeah.
Right? We're living in a Cosy Lives right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And there's
Because he lives.
there's everyone else hiking their prices.
Yeah.
Costa, you want coffee, do you, sir? Well, that's
Yeah.
15 quid and a smack up the ass. Like,
Bendo.
yeah, sorry.
15 quid and a fuck you.
Fuck you. I'll kick your dog while I'm at it.
Classic example. Prior to
This has turned into a love, by the way.
prior to a pod, I'll often go around the corner shop
Oh,
and
yeah.
get a few beers in.
Gotta have the
for the
beers.
lags,
Gotta have my
The
Greg's.
corner shop will do you a great deal. Will do you like, £5 for 3 Peronis,
Fuck,
large.
you're
Large.
Brodi's large.
Yeah. Popped in Tesco's today, £6 for 3 Peronis, and I'm like, oh well, it's only a quid more.
It's only-
Had a
yeah.
closer look.
Yeah.
500ml bottles.
John was on
Ah.
it. They were slightly smaller bottles.
They're robbing you twice.
Yeah.
Scumbags.
Losing out on 300ml there.
Yeah. That is.
something.
It's all shit. These beers that I've bought are from a garden centre.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. Are they?
Oh, they got plants on them.
Well, it says
Witchcraft.
Webs at the top. Look. So
Oh
that's the
my
name of the
God.
garden centre.
They got their own beer.
Yeah.
Mother of
They
pearl.
got it all.
Yeah.
They got it all.
I've not had it before. So
Anyway, I
that's
fucking
right.
love Greg's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you hate-
But what I hate
Yeah.
is just people taking.
I don't like it at the
Ages.
bar when. So if I'm at football, for example, and someone's at the bar and they go,
You like football, do you?
"Oh, I do like football."
That's funny.
He's
that.
partial to a bit.
Depends when.
Oh, that's that Greg's.
He's
Depends when you ask me.
Oh, second-hand Greg's.
like Greg's, mate.
Is that red or brown?
Oh, fuck you.
That's money back.
If I do that in the Greg's, they give me money.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, sir.
Sorry about that, sir.
This one's on us.
Yeah, someone's at the bar in front of you.
Yeah, if someone's at the bar in front of me. It doesn't matter if it's football or not. But it's like I could have 3 fucking piss waters and a black piss water.
Yeah.
Guinness. And they was like, yeah, sure. They go and pour it. They
Yeah.
put it all through the
Oh,
till.
I know what you're going to say.
And then they go,
Actually.
oh, that'll be £15 or whatever, and then he goes 3 Carlsbergs.
Yeah,
and then he
carries
keeps
on.
ordering, and it's like fucking just
Fuck you.
order it all. I'm ready to go behind him.
Yeah, but also like if you're in a position where you're ordering for your family of 29,
Yeah.
you know, you're one guy.
You should
you're
just
there
say,
to
"I'm
order
gonna make a
29
big
drinks."
order.
You either go, yeah, I'm gonna make a big order.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, you say, fuck that. I'm gonna come back in multiple small
Yeah.
like sessions. I'm gonna do 4 drinks at a time.
Yeah.
Because you can't carry fucking 29 drinks
No.
anyway, dickhead. And also, you're gonna hold everyone and their
Yeah.
dog up. Fuck
The lack
that.
of self-awareness of a lot of people around here.
I don't care if you need to buy 29
Or
drinks.
either they lack self-awareness or they don't care. Either way, they're a fucking arsehole.
They're an arsehole and they're selfish. And I don't care whether their money is as good as anyone else's, because that's a bullshit fucking thing to say as well.
Well, money's the same, isn't it?
Money's
Yeah.
the same,
But
isn't it?
also,
That's what
I'll
it
tell
is.
you this: Greg's did not build its greasy empire on slow people. You
No.
know,
No.
they're
Get
about
'em in,
efficiency.
get 'em in,
Get the fuck in,
out.
get the fuck out.
Yeah,
That's where that tagline comes from.
Yeah.
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 We should pitch that to them.
I think they'd like it.
Yeah.
Fuck it and get the fuck out. God bless you, Gregs. God,
honestly,
yeah.
to Greg.
To Greg.
Right?
To fucking
cheers,
Greg.
Greg.
Yeah.
Cheers, all the best.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Do the
Fuck
Lord-
me.
do the greasy
Where would we
Lord-
be?
Greasy Lord's work.
If you want to sponsor the podcast, just let us know.
That would be great.
We're here for you.
Fuck,
Yeah.
a Greg sponsorship. That would
be-
make my life complete. I
If
think.
you'd like to make our audio quality substantially worse, please send us the greasiest.
of beige tapas.
Wait, I want to get the crumbs, son.
I want to get them come, son.
I want to get those crumbs on the mic. I've got hate.
Yes.
Okay, it's going to be a bit of a journey, but come with me here.
We'll have to bear with you.
I hate that all billionaires' idea for billionaires, their
Billionaires.
ideas for the future.
Yeah.
It's all about pods.
Oh, yeah.
Pods.
Pods.
Like Nescafe pods.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also no.
But also no.
But in a more interesting way.
Oh.
No. No. So I've been on a journey of discovery
journey
lately,
of pods.
Oh.
and I've been learning a lot about how very, very, very rich people, who we all know
Are stupid.
are inherently very, very smart,
Right.
because they must be. Because how else could you get so rich?
Yes.
Um,
Let's go with that for now.
yeah. There's a lot of like very, 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 very rich people going, man, how can we solve the world's problems?
Sure.
Yeah.
While also making a little bit of scratch.
Oh, you got it.
know?
Gotta make some cheddar.
And they're going like,
Gotta put that green on the table.
I'm going to use my incredible tech money-making brain
Yeah.
to solve the world's problems.
Good.
And a lot of these problems, really, when you think about it, oh my,
This is a great.
that's for Greg.
yeah, people are going to like this one. Yeah.
Yeah, Greg, call us. That's going to be like, okay, a lot of the world's problems are about like moving things around.
That's true. People, ideas,
Yes.
and also
Yeah.
suitcases
Everything.
filled
So
with ideas.
just to drill down on one example.
And people.
Yeah.
People should
So-
be putting people in suitcases.
So I've been like, falling down a bit of a hole, learning about like,
Yeah.
let's talk about traffic for a
Oh.
start. Okay.
No
so
one likes being stuck in traffic.
It's a conspiracy.
traffic, it doesn't exist.
doesn't exist. No such
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Conspiracy.
traffic is an issue. Man, these roads,
man in my eye.
they're so congested. They're so congested.
Yes.
These
Like,
roads here in Cool Town.
I
Cheltenham.
can't. I had to queue for so long to get where I want to be
Yeah.
in my car.
Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally. Yeah.
So you go like, what? How?
Which was the traffic centre,
How we?
ironically.
Ironically enough,
That's what I was
yeah.
queuing for,
How,
yeah.
how are we going to solve this issue? So a lot of very
Pods. Is it pods?
pods. The
I think
answer
it's
is
gonna be pods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So a lot of very, very, very rich people, and let's assume smart.
Well,
Let's assume
we'd
now.
be wrong to, but sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to do something wrong.
I
then
don't.
fine.
I don't want to lay the blame entirely at Elon Musk.
No, you can do
But
it.
he's one of these people. So in
Yes.
addition to like spreading like anti-Semitic rumors on
in the
Twitter,
top one.
and
And
just,
manipulating stock markets in his favour.
and just being like a fucking weirdo,
Yeah.
one of his pet projects is thinking about transportation.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
So thanks to the Musks of the world, we've
Yeah.
got like plans for we're going to revolutionize freight and how we move freight around the country. We're going to revolutionize how we move.
I was just thinking the
people.
other day I need some new freights.
Gotta get that
Yeah,
freight,
all my
yeah.
freights run out, actually.
Yeah, all my
Yeah.
freights
Yeah.
are
But
clean
in
out of
all
them.
these projects across the board, I'm
Yeah.
discovering that there is an obsession with the concept of pods.
Right.
So basically, we go, man.
What is a pod?
The language
Well-
of pods.
What do you think a pod might be when it comes to
s-
transport?
A smaller version of what we have now.
That's probably a very insightful answer.
That's probably on it. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what if you're like, man?
So it's the idea they're breaking up
Yeah.
previously large infrastructure models
Yes.
into smaller, like
Yes.
right to your doorstep.
Yeah, and this
kind
seems
of
to
bullshit.
this seems to be a really weird particular focus of these people. So if you go like, man, why are the roads so congested? What if, like a real genius comes along and goes,
Yeah.
man, what if we built a completely separate mode of transport?
Oh, sure.
But it was like, well, we can't build on top of what already exists, so let's dig.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
good.
Now,
that
underground.
sounds cheap.
Now, some of these cities
Sorry,
already have
expensive.
like undergrounds.
Yeah.
So we've got to dig.
Go lower than those.
Even
lower than
lower
those.
than the low.
So what if
That's
like,
magma down there.
Yeah.
What if like you're stuck in traffic and you go, man, this sucks.
This is
Yeah,
miserable.
this is awful,
And I really
yeah.
want that Greg's.
Yeah, gotta get your
I've got to get that
Yeah.
Greg's.
Get in, get the fuck
So
out.
what if like you could like reach down to your like hyper sleek, I don't know, many brands are available. Let's say Tesla. You can go like my really sleek Tesla.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tap
Not a
on
sponsor.
an app,
Oh,
a
sure.
special app. We'll call
Yeah.
it like
Called
the
Pod.
the Unterpod, the Unterloop, or something like-
Unterloop.
the
Yeah.
Unterloop, and I could press this button, and by pressing this button, literally,
ground opens up.
Yeah, like literally beside me on the road because
Yeah.
I'm in traffic, I'm not moving.
Sure.
Like a little light opens, ding ding ding
Yeah.
ding ding ding, and I could just pull out of traffic.
Is this a real idea?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I could drive
How
my.
would you put out of traffic if it's you're surrounded?
Well, no, because I'm on like the left.
Just a little
Say,
wiggle.
like,
Just a little wiggle out.
So I'm. You
shouldn't be too
the
close.
pavement's on my right.
Yeah.
Sorry, so the pavement's next to me,
I see.
but like there's a little parking space on the pavement,
Oh.
and I could just like tap this app and it would go ding ding
Ding ding. Your space is ready.
So I just go. I very calmly just like
tuck in.
slowly drive like into this little spot on the pavement.
Avoiding the pedestrians.
Avoiding
You
the
can kill
pedestrian,
them.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't matter.
And then my entire car, like Thunderbergs, descends down an elevator,
Yeah.
Fuck me. Really?
and then my entire car lands on let's just call it what it is,
a pod.
and then like little clips go around my wheels.
Chonk, 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 chonk.
So now my car is locked into like a
pod.
like a transportational pod,
Sure.
a personalized transportational pod.
A personal pod. A PP.
And then it starts moving
Oh.
down a private underground tunnel.
I've got a question for you, John.
Well, I don't know what. I think I've explained everything pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, all of that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
What if everyone in the traffic queue, let's say it's 100
Yeah,
cars,
that was my question.
what if they all have a Unterloop account?
What if they all do it and then,
they all- and
and
then
then the
all the
actual
bays.
the actual road ends up being clearer than the pod road?
And then they all go into their Unter parking bays and they go down the Unter elevator into their Unter pod.
Yeah, I
And
know.
then they're just in a new traffic jam
just in the
underground.
same
And the
traffic
oxygen's running out.
Yeah. They're just in the same traffic jam.
Because now you're in an evacuated tube
Yeah.
underneath Chicago.
This could be the shortest segment ever because I think you've solved this already.
Right. So really that doesn't solve traffic at all. It
No.
just solves traffic for the few.
There's a really weird phenomenon where, so say like you've got a 2-lane road going into Cooltown,
Yes.
and there's traffic,
dual carriageway.
constant traffic
Yeah.
on this 2-lane road.
I've
It's
seen
basically
it.
stationary.
So how do you solve that? One school,
Another lane.
another lane. So you might
It
go,
never works.
but there wouldn't be traffic if we added an additional lane to the road.
The problem is they always have to merge.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is.
And it
caused.
is a noted, observable truth that when you make roads wider, more people use them,
And they get more
and the
congested.
congestion gets worse.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm an idiot.
So a genius tech-brained billionaire going, what if we created
An underground
more
lane.
roads underground? And literally, I've seen, and this is
Yeah.
the mad thing, every one of these fucking projects, and we're talking cars, trains, planes,
Horses.
rockets.
Rockets?
I shit you not, Elon,
Pods?
What, using the same system?
Elon Musk had a fucking plan to have like city-to-city intercontinental ballistic missile transportation.
For one.
Well, maybe like 20 people at a time or something.
Fuck
It'd
me.
be
Yeah.
a one-way trip as well.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
and every one of these projects has like CGI renders of this
Yeah.
utopia.
Yeah.
And I've seen CGI renders of like, if you can imagine, 3x3 tubes like running under a city,
Yeah, okay.
and every tube is big enough to carry one car. So what if you had like effectively 9 tubes going under a city?
Yeah.
All with just private pods carrying cars and stuff.
There's so much that could go wrong.
Do you
So-
think
yeah.
there is
the city
so
could
much
sink into it.
Think about it. We have pay and display machines, right?
Yeah.
Which in car parks, some of the
Yeah.
simplest, like publicly available technology, because street technology is,
Yeah.
rare and somewhat prevalent, but not actually very prevalent.
Yeah.
Most tech's in people's houses, right? Pay and display machines are a good example of it. Anytime you're in a car park and there are 2 pay and display machines, I'm going to call this Angel's Law,
Yeah.
right? 99% of the time, one of them will be broken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, following that logic,
75% of the time, both
Both of them are broken.
broken.
Yeah. And then I don't know how to park then.
And then you get a fine.
I parked at a car park the other day, and there was only one parking machine, and it had a smashed screen, and it had this door open where obviously the cash register store was, and it was just swinging like it was like Silent Hill or something. I was like, what the fuck? I took a photo of it, parked for free.
Yeah.
In case I was, someone sent me something. But yeah, so if 1 in 2 like machines and a pay and display machine, much simpler, right? Just a computer prints out a ticket. That's all it does. If you've got 19 elevators street side that lead down to 19 pod like wheel clamping machine systems that then carry you through 19 tubes that go under Chicago that then lead to 19 more elevators that go back up to bays on street level.
Yeah.
They'll all be broken in a week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's so dumb.
I saw another thing about a different company. We can't blame Elon for this one.
Oh, no.
But a different company going.
I'll find a way.
Man, trains, right?
Trains.
Really useful.
I hear you.
We move a lot of shit by train.
Love a train.
And trains still are, I believe, the most efficient way for transporting stuff across land.
Oh.
And you'll get in America in
makes
particular
sense.
these big, like 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer long trains.
Yeah.
Just carrying nothing but shipping containers.
Like full of coal or whatever.
Full of goods, anything,
Yeah.
kettles, fucking insulin,
Greggs.
anything.
Yeah.
It's great. Greggs, you know,
full of sausage rolls.
the big pre-rendering meat cubes, before they come through.
before.
Yeah,
Much heavier cart.
yeah. and the idea is that you could have like 2,000 shipping containers all being carried by one train.
One engine at the front. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
It takes ages to get
Yeah.
going, but it gets going.
So I saw a different CGI utopian
Yeah.
rendered video
There we go.
of this company going like, hey, we all appreciate trains are great.
Yeah.
However, trains are very old-fashioned.
Yes.
Imagine a future where we had 10 million
Wow.
AI controlled robotic
drone trains.
drone trains. So they're not like
Can't see a problem there.
They're not really a train that you and I would think of. What if like the bit that went under
Is it a
the
pod?
carriage
Yeah.
was, call it a pod if you will.
I'll call it a pod.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what if you had this thing which was like, it was basically 4 wheels
Yeah.
and a robot brain, and it just drove along the nation's train network.
Like
And
a
when-
free agent.
Yes, and when you wanted to ship something, you're at a port and you're like, man, I've just got my stuff off the boat. I'd love to ship it across land.
You call a drone.
One of these drones just turns up. Well, actually, 2. It requires 2 to carry 1 shipping container.
Fantastic. Already a great
Why
start.
not just design it so only one can do it?
But 2 separate.
You're stupid.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I'll tell you
Why
why.
not just make it so it's one?
Well, I'll tell you why, Rev. Because a shipping container is quite long.
Yeah, but just design something that. Oh, fuck it.
No, but when you see you're raising an interesting point.
Yes,
Because when a
thank you.
train is like, say you have like a train carriage big enough to put a shipping container on the back, it has 2 banks of wheels, which are on like gimbals.
Otherwise, it can't turn corners.
That's how it goes around
understand.
corners.
Yeah.
So the idea that
There's literally a limit on how
Yeah.
long a train carriage can be because it will derail if it goes around a too tight a corner.
Oh.
And because the train network has some tight corners in it, they have to always keep the carriages short enough to turn around those corners.
Oh, there you go.
So there's actually a limit to how long a
Yeah,
carriage
yeah.
can be.
So you go.
But this plays into. You asked a good question.
It's
It
an
plays into the
excellent
bullshit.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, just
you-
customize a device that fits that.
So you go,
They already
man,
have.
I want to. So man, fuck me. I want to like transport a shipping container.
Yeah.
Press a
Bleep,
button on your
bloop,
app.
bleep.
Bleep bloop bleep, and then 2 of these
Units.
things turn up,
2 pods.
and then
Hello,
your
sir.
shipping container's put on, and then they just go.
Yeah.
No need for a train. It's super efficient. It's great.
Mm.
Now,
How do you manage that traffic?
So I'm
Well.
just gonna say it.
big computers.
That involves lots of engines,
Yes.
and a train
Yeah.
involves 1.
So that's something. So let's talk about something called economy of scale.
I
So
understand.
So say like I'm making a book because that's all I understand.
You do only understand
So
that.
say like I want to make I've made a new comic
Oh, sure.
and I want to print 1 copy
Yes.
because I just like
Just for you.
just vanity press. I just want
Yeah.
to see like 1 copy of the thing I made.
Yeah.
There are companies that like say like you've had a nice family holiday and you go on a photo book
Oh,
of
yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've made those.
You can go to one of these companies. You can upload all your photos, and they will print you 1 copy, and it will cost you £85.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a lovely memory.
It's a lovely book.
memorial.
Yeah.
But
But it's absolutely lovely, and you have a heartwarming experience.
Oh, sure.
But if you go, you know what? There's a lot of these are really good photos. I reckon other people
People wanna see
will
this.
buy this.
There's a lot of my bum.
And you go, man, I should get 100.
Is it bum bum?
I should get 100 copies printed,
Yeah.
and I could take it to a local art fair. And this company goes, well, thank you, sir. It's £85 to print 1. So multiply that by 100.
Yeah.
I would like £8,500, please,
Yeah.
to print these. And you go, my God, it's £85 to print this thing. I'm going to have to sell it for, I don't know, 100
quid.
Yeah, 200 quid to make my money back.
Yeah.
So economy of scale goes, if I went to a bulk printer and I said, I'd like to print 1,000 copies, 2,000 copies, they say, well, the unit price is going to be like £2.
Yes.
You know,
What you
like,
order.
well, this
Wonderful.
This is economy of scale.
Yes.
So when I have one train which can pull, I don't know, 1,000 shipping containers, I only have to have one engine.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if we're shipping every container individually, I need like 2,000 individual robot-controlled carriages with no humans nearby to check when they break down.
Yes.
Which they will.
And they,
Which they definitely will.
absolutely will. Yeah. This is very stupid.
Yes.
And when like you're a billionaire, a tech billionaire, and you go,
You don't think
man,
about these things.
I want to solve traffic.
Yeah.
A smart, quiet voice in the room might just go, why don't you invest in better buses? Because they're so pathologically like worshipping their cars that they're like, I just can't ever leave my car. Literally the idea of a pod.
Why should you?
The pod is just the car in another vehicle.
Yes, it just goes into a pod. It's a personalised carriage. It'd be like, but when I get on a
Catch a bus.
train, if I want to get a train to like another city for some reason, I accept that there might be like a few hundred people on the train.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper than
But
each.
rich people don't want to travel on the bus, John.
Well, the train isn't cheaper now.
No, I
than
know.
your
It's
car,
just badly
but-
run, isn't it? Yeah. But again, like if you've got money, you go, man, how can we solve the train system? You're like, well, let's invest in it. Let's get better infrastructure.
I feel like they've just got this vision of like a Blade Runner fucking cyberpunk future where they've watched sci-fi and they've been like, oh, they had all these cool like hover trains in that. How can we get closer to that cool future? And that's all they give a shit about.
Because someone pointed out, and this kind of blew my mind, that most tech innovations are someone going, how can I fix a genuine problem? Like in the UK, our trains are kind of a bit shit.
Yes.
So they go, well, what they need is more money, boring investment. You know,
It's not flashy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
exactly. It's not
interesting.
flashy.
But
Nobody will be remembered for making something that already exists a bit better. But they will be remembered for something new.
Yeah, but what if some asshole came along tomorrow and said, hey, I can solve all the UK train problems. What it involves is a brand new system I'm calling Train 2.
Oh.
and now...
Whoa!
And
This
now,
guy sounds like a rock star.
I
And the 2 is like a tiny little squared.
like train square.
I walk to the station in Cooltown.
Yeah.
I press a button on my app, and then a personalised carriage, just big enough to carry like me,
It's a pod on wheels.
turns up, and then I hop in.
It's a taxi.
But if everyone's doing that, there's like 58 train carriages
Yeah.
queuing
Queuing
to
to
get
go.
into the station. 'cause
And
it's
you're
only
later
one
than you would have been
fucking line.
originally.
And now you've got
Yeah.
congestion.
And then you go to these tech geniuses and you go, well, what if like you took 2 of those carriages and connected them together? Or maybe added like connected
maybe
a
3 of them
third.
together.
Yeah, or maybe like
Or maybe just made it like so that the one carriage has multiple seats
yeah,
in it.
yeah.
That kind of thing.
And it's like my brother in Christ, it's
You've just invented a train.
it's a train. This is what we're fucking and they do it and they keep doing
Yeah.
this.
You know what I do?
What would you do?
I've solved traffic. I just
Here
thought
we
of it
go,
while
yeah.
we were talking.
Yeah, nice.
3 lights on a traffic light.
Yeah.
Add a 4th.
Yeah.
It's blue.
Blue.
And
Yeah.
it just says go wild.
The blue one means the blue
This
one
one's
means
on us.
blue is before green, and it technically means you shouldn't go. But if you're in a hurry, just just go on.
it's just a little picture
Yeah.
of a guy just go on.
Go on.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Go on. It's fine.
The purge light. We won't prosecute.
The great thing about the purge light is that the people that go when it goes blue kill themselves
Yeah.
because it's like Darwin sort of it sort of self-eradicates the
Yeah,
idiots.
yeah.
No one else goes on blue. And then once they're all gone,
We only need it for a month.
we've got a dream of a road system then.
Yeah, we only need it for a month.
Yeah, I need it for a month and we turn the blue off.
Then it's done.
Also, the blue light is sponsored by Greg's. And so if you use it,
It's
you get
a big
straw.
G on it.
I thought you were going to say that like there's like a 4th secret light, but you need like a special app to activate it. or
Special
something.
glasses to see it.
Would that be better?
Yeah. You put the
Than
glasses
pod
on.
system?
You put the glasses on and the orange light becomes the magenta light.
Yeah. Oh, it's on magenta. Go.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
Look at the books.
just
We haven't
put your
got
foot
time.
down.
It's flashing. I think Thunderbird 2 is to blame for this.
Oh,
Thunderbird 2's got a lot
POGs,
of pods.
the POG system.
Yeah.
Yeah. I blame Thunderbird 2.
We're going very 90s.
Whereas it would
This
have
one.
been
Yeah.
more efficient
Referring
to have
to
a
what
really long Thunderbird 2 and have like a ton
like a
of fun.
sky train.
Yeah, but again, like the real ideas that will change the world are quite boring
Yeah.
and uninteresting.
Like the blue
Because
light.
if you used all the fucking wealth that Elon Musk had and said, "How can I make the world better?" and he spoke to like a bunch of like leading economists and theorists and professors, and they just said, you know what? If you just invested in like, I don't know,
Roundabouts.
Or fucking like if you
But
just
nobody wants to do that.
If it's not cool,
boring.
it's not Rockstar.
why
though,
not
is it?
spend your money to make roads better, fix every pothole?
Thing is,
you
when
know?
Elon Musk perishes
soon,
He'll be driving a Cybertruck. And
no, really.
nobody will say, "Oh, Elon Musk, obviously best remembered for investing in roundabouts in the 2024."
Yeah.
Then they'll be like, this guy wanted to put people on rockets to go to work.
Whereas he will be remembered for inventing the pod or whatever the fuck it's called.
Unterloop.
The Unterloop.
Just when
Founder of the Unterloop has perished on the Unterloop.
He died on the Interloop, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the first user. He haunts the Interloop now.
file photo of him like scraping at the windows in the air.
The oxygen level is too low.
I
Killed by Interloop.
I won't keep going. I'll shut up in a sec. But like you know the Cybertruck.
No.
Elon Musk,
Is this a thing that exists already?
early Simpsons
this is a real
episode
thing.
where Homer discovers he has a brother. And
Yeah,
his brother
yeah.
owns a successful car company.
Yes.
And he lets Homer design a car.
Yes.
That's what happened at Tesla.
That's for Cybertruck.
Oh, really?
They let Elon
him
design. Well,
it.
he forced himself.
It
to
looks like
design
a
car.
child's drawing of a car.
Oh, God.
And I
Well, they had to make it to his spec.
yeah, it has
basically.
to look
Right.
And he doesn't know anything about
Yeah.
anything. But he certainly doesn't know how to design a
Yeah.
car.
Right.
and it was quite revolutionary for me. 'Cause I knew these things existed and I knew they looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
But having seen some footage of them now, I honestly it's like your brain starts to rebel. Like I can't honestly believe these things actually fucking exist because
Yeah.
they're so awful.
You know, like PlayStation 1 graphics?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if a car from a PlayStation 1 game
Yeah.
just broke into reality. You're like, what is that?
I'm going to look it up while we're
Oh,
talking.
it's awful.
Yeah, Cybertruck or one
Anyway,
word.
my point is, I want to end on an optimistic note because I think I saw the worst example of humanity, and I think I've come round again. You know, like I hit the bottom. I hit the bottom. My
Oh,
expectation.
God.
You hit your head on the bottom.
Yeah, my expectations were so low. I'm now like drifting up towards the surface again, slightly unconscious.
Nice.
I saw a man fire a semi-automatic weapon at his Cybertruck
Because they were said to be
because
bulletproof.
the sales pitch said it was bulletproof, and he actually just blew a hole in the door. And I was like, there it is, folks. I think that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
It's eating itself alive.
Yeah.
It's going to kill itself off because the kind of people who buy the Cybertruck are stupid enough to shoot their own Cybertruck. And let's be honest, they'll have guns.
Yeah.
Because those are those people. Yeah. And then they'll kill off all their own Cybertrucks and probably themselves in the process and will eliminate a nice little chunk of society.
Do you know what's great?
Yeah.
They're made of like basic steel
Plating.
sheeting.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
so like they look like just like I don't know, Colossus's ass from the X-Men. Like,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just
It
pure.
looks hideous.
And do you know what they do the moment you receive it?
Go on.
They rust.
Good.
Really?
Like they instantly rust.
That's great news.
There are whole videos from people who are desperately trying to justify their investment, going like, how to stop your Tesla Cybertruck
But we fixed
rusting.
this. We
Yeah.
fixed this like years ago when
But
we
is
were
that-
designing cars.
Is that a problem for, like, did Tesla have to go, oh, yeah, we screwed that
You
up?
can spend, I think, an extra $5,000
Good.
to have a kind of rust-proof coating adding
non-rust-
to it.
and you
Yeah,
get a
go
cup with that.
You get a free cup,
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
money goes to sustainability.
but as long as you put it back, but you still pay for
There's
it.
no cup holder in a Cybertruck, though.
No. Why would there
Oh
be?
God, no. There's an app for that though.
No, there's a
Yeah.
sausage roll holder,
Imagine,
though.
imagine fucking something up and then charging someone an extra $5,000 for it.
Yeah, but again, like this is when your mad CEO goes, it has to look like this.
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Fuck, are we gonna do?"
And he did a
Yeah.
drawing with a wax crayon on the back of
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
maze
yeah.
that he got from Harvester.
And everyone was very proud of it, and they
Yeah,
hung it
it's-
up on the
in the
fridge.
corner, he
Yeah.
wrote
It is
Elon Musk,
terrible.
age 9, and there's a bit of pasta stuck to it.
It is terrible.
It's a bad-looking car
Yeah.
for bad people.
From every angle, actually, it looks
Yeah.
bad.
Like
there's not an angle it looks
Yeah.
good at. No.
I cannot stress enough. It immediately starts rusting. Like you have to rub
That's
it with
great.
baby oil every day.
It's also got lots of really sharp edges.
Yeah.
And they put a carrot in the thing when they close the boot, and it
Good.
literally just severs the carrot. So it would do that to a human
That
finger.
finger
I
easily.
And then
think
they
people have lost
They
bits.
upgraded to putting like 5 carrots in, thinking like, well, it's like a human hand.
You
Maybe.
can't cut through 5 carrots.
Yeah.
Straight through.
Yeah.
Did, yeah,
Straight
straight
through.
away.
And then I saw people like peeling a carrot on the edge of the door because it's so
So sharp.
yeah. The thing's like our cars, our boring ass cars.
Ass cars.
Yeah.
They have even just like the most boring car you can imagine has 5 layers in the paint.
Yeah.
All like
So it doesn't rust.
resistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My car is like 24 years old,
Yeah.
and it passed its MOT with no advisories.
There you go. Happy
You know,
days.
like literally the other week, it's just like it will last forever.
Yeah.
This car just will not die.
I'm trying to kill it.
That's how far it's degenerated from cars that were built to last to a car that, as soon as it leaves the forecourt, it begins to rust.
The wheels seize.
Yeah.
Please sign, sir, because I cannot stress. The moment we hand this over to you, it is devaluing every second.
As soon as the ink's dried,
Just like the exhaust falls off. Clang.
rust.
So there we go. That's fine.
Yeah, good.
We've had a laugh today. But maybe it's time for some loves.
Who's got a love? Let's sweeten the air.
Yeah, all right.
All right, yeah.
Sweeten a peach.
My love is having a story because you didn't die.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So this week I've been off work, just hanging out in Cool Town, UK, now based in Cheltenham.
Yeah. Shit.
And I thought to myself, I'll take the dog on a nice walk this lunchtime. It's a lovely day. Let's go out and have a nice walk.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. I am worried.
Well, I'm here now, so I obviously
but
didn't perish.
You're like a regular Chris Nolan. The sense of dread is
Yes,
palpable.
indeed.
Yeah.
Who's that free solo guy?
Oh,
what
Alex
was this?
Honnold.
I don't
Yeah.
care that he survived. I can't watch the film.
I
watched it
died
once.
when I watched
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
But you know he lived.
It doesn't matter. It makes no difference. This is what I'm going through right now.
As did I.
It was a tough wank. I'm going to be honest.
that's true.
It was
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
rough as anything. Yeah.
So I went up a hill called Robinswood Hill in Gloucester.
I've been there.
We've been
been there.
Yeah.
And I took on what was called the Geology Trail. I thought, the Geology Trail, that
sounds awesome.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
Sure.
probably not dangerous.
Rocks and shit.
With their informational plaques.
Less information than I would have liked.
No rhinos?
It was no rhinos.
Okay.
It was a green trail.
I see.
That's all I knew.
This is a ski slope. What's
So
happening?
I started following the green arrows, kinda.
Okay.
I started following the green arrows, and I was like, okay, this is fine. I mean, it's a little muddy. Fine.
We with the boy.
I was with the dog.
With the dog.
If I was with the boy, I wouldn't have attempted what happened next.
I see.
So the arrow. So right, I'm going to the edge of what is the park, and there's a gate that says turn left.
Do not enter.
There's a gate. No, it didn't say. There's a gate with an arrow that says turn left, and I thought, oh, that's weird because this gate takes you out of the park, so I can't turn left because I'll go out of the park. I'm literally going onto a road. Can't be that. Can't be. So I walked back and I saw a map, and I was like, oh no, it kind of looks like it's just before the gate, which is weird because there's no real path there. Ah, well, I'll go up what looks like a path here.
Right.
So I started going up. I cannot stress how muddy it was. Instantly, I'm falling over. I'm
Slipping about
on all fours, trying to climb up this this hill. Stumble upon where a homeless man either did or at the time was or used to live. Just walk through his area.
His belongings. Yeah.
It became increasingly steep. This hill.
It gets pretty steep, that hill.
It was near vertical. I was gripping on to what was like a chicken wire fence with barbed wire on it, trying to avoid the barbed wire going up. And then
How was your dog?
She was at the top.
She was fine, yeah.
She was already up there.
Right.
I kept going because I thought, if this
The
four-legged,
views are going to be great.
if this four-legged animal can get up there, I can get up there.
Yeah, I'm a two-legged human man.
I'm a two-legged human man who's really unfit.
With a huge old brain.
So I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I kept going, gripping onto this fence, and by the end, any tree I could find.
Anything.
Any person, anything.
Yeah.
I was jumping from
Any
tree to
port in a
tree to
storm,
not touch
yeah.
the ground, which had become increasingly slippy and increasingly vertical. And eventually I just went, I'm fucked here. I am fucked. I'm going to have to get back down because I cannot go up. If I try and go up, I slide back down in an uncontrolled...
What kind of angle are we talking here?
Oh,
Like, practically vertical. Yeah.
Near vertical. I'm going to have to...
What was going through your head at this point? Did you think
I thought I'm going to break my leg.
I've gone the
here.
wrong way.
Because if you're...
I knew several minutes before this that I'd
So
gone
at this
the
point,
wrong way.
a fall is like a fall.
A fall is like
Capital F,
I'm
yeah.
going to break something. If
But
not my leg,
biblical.
then my neck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I thought I'm
crunch.
just going to have to get on my ass.
My free solo thing was actually closer to the mark than
Yeah.
I meant it to be.
Alex Honnold would have finally met his match.
Yeah.
Didn't do a slippery one, did he?
So I sat down. I just thought, right, I'm
I'll have a
going
little
to
sip.
carry on. I was hugging this tree. I was just like, right, I'm going to get on my bum and let go
Oh, and slide.
and slide.
Wait, we've established that this is just like a wet
Mud pit.
like just mud.
Yeah.
pit,
Oh, yeah, you're not stopping. And I did not. So
So off you went.
I just kept sliding. I was sliding
So
for a good... People tend to exaggerate these things, but 30 seconds. Certainly 30
So
seconds.
you
Just sliding.
You, a 37-year-old man.
Yeah.
Sliding on yours.
38.
What were you wearing? Jeans?
I was wearing denim shorts and my Skechers.
Oh my god, they're ruined then.
When was this?
This was 2 days ago.
Oh my god.
Scooting along in your little butt.
Going down. But I thought I'm doing well here.
Yeah. I'm doing well here.
And I got back to the homeless man's living quarters.
And he was there.
No, he wasn't.
He had a sword.
He wasn't, but I was just like, right, okay, I can stand back up now. Instantly fell over again and again and again on my way down, and eventually got down to the path. And then I just sent Liz a voice note.
You must have been
which
covered.
I can try. I was covered.
Yeah.
I was Kate. I can try and play this for you down the mic if you want.
Please, I want to be there in the moment. Yeah.
I felt very lucky not to have broken something.
Bloody hell.
So that was my
where
lunchtime.
was Farouk? Did you?
Well, I still don't really know, because this trail was just nowhere to be seen. And I just thought, I'm not going to try that again, because Jesus Christ, I nearly perished there or broke something. So I just thought, right, let's just
Don't know for sure you didn't.
Here we go. So let's just go back. I'd already been walking for about 45 minutes.
Picture the scene.
Covered in mud.
I'm covered in mud. I just got back onto what was definitely the trail.
You're looking not unlike an Uruk hive that's just been birthed out of the earth by
man-flesh.
Saruman.
So I thought I'll just voice note my wife to let her know I'm not dead.
Yeah. Here we go.
Just had an absolute nightmare. I think we must have taken the wrong turn because the sign's not very clear. Anyway, went up this big slope which was slippy. Just got completely stuck. Had to slide down on my ass.
I can hear it in your voice.
So I am caked. Absolutely caked. But I haven't broken my leg. So that's good. Anyway, we're not going to get to the top today. We're going to turn back. Yeah, we're going to turn back.
That was what I said to Liz.
For anyone listening who doesn't know this hill very well, a couple of weeks ago when Nick and I were starting work on this big
Secret
new
project.
we went for a walk, to like clear our heads, talk about it, and
refresh the palate.
Why don't we walk to this hill?
Yeah.
It'll be an hour or so walk. You know. And we got there, and we were like, "Oh, some of these paths are very quaint."
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, that path's a bit muddy. We're not going to walk on that one.
No.
Let's just walk around this green area. Oh, this is very quaint. There's kids like playing.
Yeah. There were some lovely bits.
Then we sat and ate like a packed lunch. It wasn't like
I have walked to the top of this hill before.
I just want to say, it's not like Everest. I want to be very clear. This is not like base camp.
No, but the bit I chose,
You found a bit that was.
How did you do this?
You have to take.
I thought it must be this. It has to be, because I can see up there that is probably what is the trail. I still don't know if it was or not, but I thought this has to be it.
Yeah.
It has to
So
be.
I kept going to the point where I just thought, oh shit, this probably isn't it. And
No, I don't think it was.
And I'm literally hugging this tree all the way around because I'm going to fall over. I had a dog poo strapped to me because I was walking around with it.
Burst that.
And it did burst.
Oh my
And it rolled up into itself on the way down.
That's lucky.
I just thought, I'm going to abandon this.
Yes.
Because I'm not carrying that back.
Well, you
all the way back.
couldn't. You couldn't have climbed back up.
Well, no one's going to walk
Exactly,
that,
yeah.
so you'll get away with that.
So here's you looking like
Mm.
I don't know, just Gog's perfect asshole.
Yeah.
Caked in shit.
Caked in shit.
Absolutely caked.
Yeah. And is your dog still at the top of a hill?
No, she follows me. She tends to follow where I go.
She hears the screams, I guess.
Was
Yeah.
she sliding or was she like
No,
dancing
she was fine.
across-
She was just. I wasn't really looking at her, to be honest.
No,
Really?
but screaming too much.
Yeah. But I was confident she was fine.
Right.
Because she's good at that. She's like a mountain goat, that dog.
Sure.
But I don't think she knew what all the fuss was about.
Well, no,
she'd already got to the top.
You're being very
and
dramatic.
then she was just like, for fuck's sake, I have to go all the way down now.
Fuck me.
Anyway, we did a good walk in the end.
Yeah,
and
but-
I'm here to tell you it's a fun story.
But you were
isn't it?
wearing shorts.
Yes.
So skate of you at the end of this.
You're like the
Oh,
Nesquik bunny.
I look like a disgrace.
When you climbed into your car.
I put a bag on the seat.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
or you
but-
stripped down, but even then you got mud all over you. So
Yeah, no point. So I just drove home. I just thought, right, let's just go home.
Bugger this.
I did sit down and have a bit of water because I had my backpack with me.
Yeah.
And I just thought, right, I'm just going to sit down for 5 minutes and just let the adrenaline wear off before I get in the car.
Because I've there's a chap I follow on YouTube. He's very engaging. He's very handy. He'll often
sure.
like build shit.
Yeah.
There was a bit where he was building like a whole house out of scrap wood.
Oh.
That's great.
Yeah.
And camera cuts to him at one point, and he's just sitting on the edge, and he's got like of his new house he's building, and he's got like a bit of bandage around his hand. He goes, "I was being hasty. The saw slipped.
Oh,
I've cut
no.
myself. I'm just taking a moment."
Yeah.
And it's a bit like that. It was this moment where he goes,
Yeah.
"You know what? I've been going full pelt, full
need
pelt,
Need 2 minutes.
and you know what? It's not seriously hurt, but I'm just going to take 40 minutes
Yeah.
just to kind of sit and
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
my life."
That's what I did.
and be thankful that you're alive.
Honestly, there was a moment where I just thought, fuck, I'm fucked here. I'm in trouble here.
Yeah.
This is something I want to see. This hill.
Yeah.
The Widowmaker.
I'll never go up there again.
Well, no.
But in fact, it was the fact it was. I reckon if it hadn't been slippy, I probably could have just made it.
But even then, it sounds like that would have been a push.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's that ambition that maybe got you into this mess. Because I
Maybe.
feel most
The
people
hubris.
just wouldn't even have tried.
No. People would have looked up and gone, "Nah,
That's
I'll
not the trail."
I'll leave that."
Yeah.
But I thought that this must be it because it can't be. I can't be going down on the road because that literally takes you out of the park. Anyway,
Well,
wasn't it.
but also like when you hit that kind of 49-degree
Yeah.
angle, like did you not think that like why am I doing this? Can't be right. Like why am I progressing?
Yeah, eventually I thought that.
It's a sunk cost fallacy, isn't it? At this point, you're like, well, I can't turn back because I've done all this.
Yeah, it
So
was.
I've got to
Yeah.
keep
It
going.
was kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just thought, no, I'm gonna have to.
I'm actually going to have to turn back.
If I had tried to go any further, I would have fallen on my face.
I-
Something
I've
probably
made a
worse would
huge
have happened.
mistake.
Things, I've mentioned on air my fear about
Yes.
I've reached the age where I'm one silly mistake away from being an entertaining news story.
Oh yes, that
Like
was
if,
it.
if I trip and my head gets stuck in a gutter,
Yeah.
it's not going to be like, oh, a local boy,
Local charming, funny boy.
charming adventure. It's going to be like sad middle-aged man,
Creepy,
caught,
weird man.
caught
Yeah.
with pants down and head in drain.
Yeah.
Well, they would have assumed
Anus
they would have
looks weird.
assumed the dwelling would have been mine. I assume
Yeah.
if they'd have turned up
Scrambling
and
back
found
to
me,
your
that-
house.
they'd have gone, oh, he lives here.
But I feel you were desperately close to that situation where this is going to end up in the news.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then I found you, no trousers,
yeah,
Yeah.
covered in mud.
Because
Yeah,
you're already
probably.
sliding down a hill on your ass,
Yeah.
covered in shit,
Yeah.
and it's like you only have to hit one tree stump and your pants are coming off.
yeah. Oh, big time.
And now it's
Yeah.
a whole thing.
Now
Yeah.
it's a thing.
Now it's a police
and there's
incident.
loads of
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
on that hill.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Ex-
Not that day.
It's
That's the relief.
the point where you've slid down the hill, you're absolutely caked. in
Yeah.
it, and you've hit a tree branch and your pants have come off and they're now
Yeah.
stuck 60 foot further up the slope and you know you can't go and get them. And it's the walk
Yeah.
of shame back to the car.
Oh yeah,
With your bum out.
that would have been a problem. Yeah, that
Yeah,
That
I
would
just-
have been a problem.
Yeah, I just feel that's a clear and present danger.
What I think now is that the road probably was part of the trail.
I think
I
probably.
think both safe to assume.
I think probably in hindsight, yes.
Maybe I'll go and have a look at some point.
Yeah, all right. We'll report back.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
That'd be great. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Do you need a chaperone to make sure you don't
No,
throw
I'll-
yourself off a
I'll do
cliff
it.
or something?
I want to get to the top. I'm not missing the top in a couple of years.
It's this hubris which is getting you into these situations.
No,
You realise,
no,
yeah.
no, I don't think so.
Modern day
I should-
Prometheus.
should-
Let it go.
But my love is that I'm here to tell you about it.
Well, that's
'Cause it made for a
delightful,
fun
yeah.
story.
yeah.
That's true.
So there you go.
Well, I can segue into this as well.
Oh.
Look at this. Hubris being the theme.
yeah.
Recently, Nextdoor, brilliant app. Lovely app,
Yes.
Nextdoor. It's like Facebook for your local
This is
area.
WhatsApp community groups.
Yeah, it's very similar
Kinda.
to your vibe. And very recently there was a thing plaguing our. So Nextdoor is very local. So it'd be like your postcode.
Sure.
So literally the houses I can see if I look out my
Hmm.
front door, I see on Nextdoor, right? Well, there's not me. It was on Ali's account.
Yeah.
But basically there was something plaguing our area.
Oh no.
no.
Which was post-it notes on people's letterboxes.
Shit.
With a little zigzaggy, squiggly biro line.
Oh, that means
And someone posted a
prime
photo.
for Robin.
This is it, right? Someone posted
Yeah.
a photo of it, and they were like, "Can anyone explain what this means?" I came back home after a day of work, and
Mm.
this was stuck on my letterbox. What does it mean? And of course, there were a lot of comments
Yeah.
of people going, "That means someone scoped your fucking joint,
Yeah.
and they've marked your house
Yeah.
for prime stealing."
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
If
yeah.
someone else was like, "Oh, that'd be travellers, that'd be
Yeah.
traveller," and then this guy waded in to the
Good.
comments, right?
Here we go.
And
I bet
was-
he knows.
And he knew. He
Yeah.
knew the score,
He
right?
knew,
And he
yeah.
was
He'd
like,
seen it before.
he was like, "Guys, you're all wrong." I think he said something as hubris filled.
Yeah.
As, "No, that's not it. Everyone there is saying is here is wrong. I know what this is."
Yeah.
Right. Basically, this is all about dog napping.
Oh.
Right. What they have done is they've put the color of the post-it note denotes the
the breed of dog.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. The breed of dog.
There are only
And-
5 breeds, so
and the
it's
mark
just-
on the post-it note indicates the age of the dog.
I
right?
see.
So it's like the breed and the age, and then that together they can assess just from a glance
Yeah.
how easily accessible this particular dog is to steal at this house.
Right.
And it was like a paragraph.
That's a lot of information for
of
a
a
guy
comment.
who could just do it himself.
It was also potentially a bit worrying. I've just thought of just saying it out loud that he knew that much about it.
Yes.
Like, was it you?
But also,
Yeah.
like, unless I see a dog with a Zimmer frame, I've got no idea how old that dog is.
No.
Do
true.
dog nappers often employ people to scope it out for them?
Well,
Well, this is it. You see, like a conspiracy theorist loves a complex operation.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so there was a lot of chat after that. Someone else corroborated his story.
I see.
Waded
yeah,
in, was
yeah.
like, "Gary's got it.
Gary's got it.
Gary
yeah.
knows the fucking score."
can I just say, if I'm not on Nextdoor because it sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Oh,
If
yeah.
if I were, I would delight in being the guy who corroborates people's
Yeah.
bullshit.
You gotta corroborate the bullshit.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
mate,
it.
no! I'm telling you,
That's
like, pink Post-it notes means you're absolutely going to get robbed. Tonight.
Absolutely
Yeah.
robbed.
Oh no, I
Yellow
don't-
Post-it note, Dalmatian.
Oh
Yeah.
no, hey
Yeah,
guys,
H2.
I listen to Gary. He absolutely knows
Okay.
what he's talking
Yeah.
about. Bang on the money, yeah.
Pink Post-it notes means a 5-year-old West Highland Terrier.
Indeed.
But I have an Alsatian.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, she did weigh in. The original poster
Yeah.
weighed in after that, going, "Oh my god, I do have a dog. Oh my god, you know,
That's
she's
so
obviously."
that's so unusual.
Isn't that's
If
incredible?
someone in the UK owns a dog.
Then like load of more comments for you. And then there's like a little gap of time, and then then the original poster comes back in.
It
Oh,
was her son.
it was next door's kid fucking around just
Yeah.
sticking post-it notes.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
yeah.
Gary?
Yeah.
"You made all that up, didn't you, Gary?"
Yeah, do you want to address that, Gary?
Gary, do you want to? The floor is yours, Gary.
Yeah, Gary- did Gary say
Ga-
anything?
Gary did not say anything.
No.
He was conspicuous with his silence.
Yeah.
I do believe. Like, fuck me. You straight up just because I didn't know at the
Yeah.
point while I was scrolling down this hilarious like comment thread, I didn't know whether Gary was right or not. And to be honest, he spoke with such fucking venomous authority.
why would Gary lie?
And then
That's
there's the guy
question,
who weighed in corroborating it. I was
Yeah.
like, that's two people who agree that this is an actual thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then a kid just fucking around with post-it notes and biros.
Classic.
You made it all up, Gary. You
Yeah.
made it, and you live in a fantasy world. And
Yeah.
you're such. This is so embarrassing for you, Gary.
Yeah, he
This
should be
is
embarrassed.
So very embarrassing for
He
you.
should be embarrassed.
This is actually quite scary because these are people who are all homeowners.
Yeah,
Are one would imagine have a degree. I'm not saying
they don't have a degree.
they're not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying they're affluent, but I mean like there's a degree of relative security that comes with owning a house.
They'll be an older generation than us, I imagine.
So it's kind of terrifying that they can be like, we're always just one step away from having shotguns and like.
Oh, yeah.
They're in charge of things. They're in
Yeah.
charge of vehicles. They're in charge of
Yeah.
other people. They're in charge of
Time
animals.
to stop making decisions. Yeah.
Really is.
I
Poor
don't.
Gary, though. How
don't-
It's
embarrassing.
very embarrassing
How
for Gary.
embarrassing.
These are sane, sensible people, and now it's suddenly like, I don't wish to alarm you, but there may be a bogeyman or bogeymen in the house in the immediate area.
In our local area.
Christ alive.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. 'Cause the catharsis of his
Yeah.
absolute stupidity for me as I was reading that. It was like I went on a little journey. It was like watching a movie. I had a great time with that. I was just like, "Gary, you asshole.
They've seen
You
him coming, haven't they?
perfect dickhead.
Those kids
Like,
have seen him
You
coming.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
This will be funny.
Gary could have doubled down. He could have come in and gone, well, you know, those kids, they happen to chance upon an exact pattern and colour
Yeah.
that matches dog nappers. It's like, but he didn't.
What
I
a
think
thing to make up.
even he knew
Colour
that he had
and
just
pattern.
made it up. He just fucking straight up made it up.
And why would you leave it on someone's letterbox?
Yeah,
and
'cause
be that obvious?
it's not a
where they
thing.
find it. No, it can't be
not
a
a
thing.
thing.
Yeah, because
No.
you go like, I've scouted, the joint. You know, definitely there's a very sick Alsatian there. That's a purple post-it note.
Yeah.
I'll put it on my letterbox, and when my boss comes by this evening,
My boss.
he'll definitely scope
get
that
that.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll
because
definitely go get that.
because
Alsatian.
And they won't have removed the post-it in the
Yeah, no,
meantime.
they definitely won't.
not
See,
See,
that's a
chance.
fair point.
yeah,
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
chance.
that's kind of foolproof.
If you're going to go dog napping, you don't put a post-it note on that could be there for 4 hours, because your actual boss is working a half day somewhere else, and then hope they don't remove it
He's
in the
got a
meantime
big
and
area
come
to
back.
get around to.
Yeah.
He's gotta
But
check
also,
it.
to go back to the original
Got a lot of
poster,
dogs to deal with as well.
with the best will in the world, like, if you see a post-it note stuck to your door,
Just go. That's weird.
unless that's happened consecutively 7 days in a row.
Well, I think there was an inference that there were some other doors that had him on. Because,
Right.
of course, this little girl had gone on a rampage with her post-it note.
Yeah, and
Classic.
stolen so many dogs while she was at it.
Yeah.
Oh, she was hungry. She's
was
very
unreal.
hungry. Yeah. Incredible.
I would always assume kids.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was. She posted a photo,
Yeah.
and like it was just this little chaotic scribble. Like it wasn't even like a
Yeah.
glyph or a pattern or something that could, or like a
Yeah.
number. You think it would be a number or something, wouldn't you? But no,
I love-
it's just garbage.
I love the idea of if this is actually a criminal enterprise, there's a grown man sneaking back to your door at 10 p.m., looking at the post-it note and going, "Oh, it's purple. That's good." Looking at the scribble and going, "Oh no, mate,
Alsatian.
that dog's 12."
His hips are probably gone.
There's no resale value for that.
No, leave it. Leave it. I'll take the post-it note with me to recycle.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Here's
Yeah.
£1.20 for the
Here's
post-it note.
£1.
Put it through my letterbox. Yeah, thanks for your time.
Someone keeps pushing pound coins through my letterbox daily.
Monsters.
I've made so much money, it's unreal.
I don't need to work
Afford
anymore.
another dog.
I've got love.
Oh, why not?
It's a nice and simple one.
Here we go.
I love baking
Yeah.
a rustic loaf of bread.
A loaf that's rustic,
I
if
did
you
see
will.
this on your social media.
You made a loaf
I did.
like a true Hobbit boy.
Yeah, it's that time of year again. I've started running again,
Oh.
and when I run, I get
You
these
need bread.
I get weird.
When I run, I must carb.
When I run, I get weird cravings.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like my thing now
Like a
is
pregnant lady.
Yeah, like a pregnant lady. I come back and I'm like, I must suck on a wet sponge.
Yeah.
But no, I come home and I'm like, I need crackers with flora and marmalade on.
I need to lick a rusty Cybertruck.
Just suck on a rusk.
yeah. Ooh, suck on a rusk.
And I was running the other day, and while I was like, kind of crying around like mile 3, I was like, I really want a rustic loaf of bread. And I was like,
It must be rustic.
it must be rustic.
Must be rustic. Ideally home baked.
It's got to have a little plat on top with a
Yeah.
little apple made of pastry. No, wait, that's a pie. What am I doing?
Did
you make a pie?
You got Greg's fever,
Yeah.
son.
Oh, man, I could do it at Greg's right now. I'll tell you that. I've got to get my Greg's.
But I have this weird vision in my head. I'm like, man, I reckon I could make like none of this fancy shit.
No.
No.
We're going back to basics.
Yeah.
So I came home
Never left.
and then
Yeah.
sweating like a pig after my run,
Started making bread.
crying, weak at the knees.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what made it good, because you
Yeah.
sweated into it.
That could be it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
the salt.
And you know what? I've raved about my casserole dish.
I've raved.
I've
about
raved.
it.
Why are you northern there?
I've raved because you
It's
know.
his default accent.
Anytime you do anything practical,
Yeah, you
it's
gotta
you
do
know,
the
suddenly
Yorkshire.
become a bit northern. So I found this recipe, which was like flour, water, yeast, bit of salt. It's all that
Classic
goes
recipe.
in,
Newt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. But you.
Bit of new.
but trick right. Get your casserole dish.
Oh yeah.
Your big earthenware casserole dish.
Yeah.
You put that in the oven, and you turn the oven up to high, and you let the casserole dish get really hot
Oh, just get
in
the
the
dish
oven,
warm.
and then you take it out. You slam your dough in,
Slam.
put it back in.
Wapa.
I'll
Put it
tell you
back
what
in.
this process is missing. Some sort of pod.
How
Why?
can we? Is the casserole dish not nature's pod?
It's not pod enough for me. Needs a lid.
It had a lid.
It's a pod.
It's a pod.
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, Elon would like that.
Baking pod.
Yeah. Anyway, the
Alpha.
point is, half an hour in this ripping hot Dutch oven. Raging hot Dutch oven.
Yeah,
under the covers.
Under the
And
covers,
then take the lid off. 15 minutes to air
Yeah.
in the heat.
Right,
put it
yeah.
back in the oven. Comes out, and I've got to say,
Where it's hotter than the oven.
you have never seen a more beautiful loaf.
I did see it.
I haven't
Beauty.
seen it. Was it picturesque?
It was
Yeah.
nice looking. Yeah.
Beauty was phenomenal.
Bread can look very pretty.
Taste
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Density, little dense.
Mild.
Little
Oh,
dense.
little dense.
Got to work on that. But
Little on the
aesthetically,
heavy, yeah. And when it's about the gram, at the end of the
Yeah.
day,
Did you eat it all?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There
in,
and
in like 2 days.
Yeah,
I,
good.
I
did you
just-
even put anything on it? Is it just dry?
you got to mix it up.
You just claw chunks of it out. Just
You got to mix it up.
You've gotta
gotta
mix
mix
it
it
up,
up.
yeah.
Sometimes you smear something on it. Sometimes you just go in for a hunk.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I love to go in for a hunk.
Get a
you
hunk
know.
of bread.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Delightful. So I'm saying it's a beautiful loaf.
I'm hungry for bread now.
Needs a bit of work on the density
Yeah,
front.
I'm quite keen to make my own bread now. I make my own Yorkshire puddings.
Oh,
Yeah, you do.
There you That's the only thing I make at the moment, baking wise.
I remember.
I'm sure I could give bread a crack.
Have I had one of your Yorkshire puddings?
I don't think so.
Over a decade ago, you
Oh,
promised.
don't worry about that, John.
Oh, okay. Well,
Things have
I'm just
improved.
saying
That's not a
there was an
metric.
incident involving your toe in the
Oh
hole.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
toe?
do remember that.
Toe in the
Toad.
hole.
My toe in the
Oh,
hole.
you put your toe in it.
I put my toe in a hole.
Yeah.
No, that's disgusting.
You said
No,
you
my
make-
Yorkshire puddings now.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry
peak.
about it.
peak, mate.
You
Don't worry.
wouldn't believe.
I've
Don't
had
worry
toad
about
in a
it.
hole in a very long time.
Toe in the hole.
I would smash a toad in a hole
Yeah.
right now. If you
Beautiful.
plonked a fucking casserole dish onto the table
Why
right
has
now.
Greg's not moved into toad in the hole?
Great question.
territory?
Great
Yeah.
question.
They did do a sausage and mash pasty for a while.
Did they?
Years ago, for like a month, and then the problem was, it was nice. It tasted nice, but it all sunk to the bottom.
Well,
And obviously,
yeah,
sausage and
it's
mash is
wet.
quite wet and heavy.
Yes.
So it started falling out the bottom.
I tell you, if you want to feel like
So it's a nice idea in
sleepy,
principle.
You know, if you're like, oh man, I'm a little hungry at 10 a.m. Let's get a bangers and mash.
Well, I went
Pasty.
and got it for lunch at work when I started my previous job, and that was what 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, I probably did feel a bit sleepy afterwards.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I feel
yeah.
kind of like gassy and sleepy.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand
It's
why.
weird. What did I do?
Why
I didn't do
is
anything
that?
different.
I think I might be ill.
Maybe I had the limited edition sausages and mashed Greg's pasty from Greg's
Yeah. Now at Greg's.
Anyhow,
in Cheltenham. Fuck!
Ah.
anyhow,
Anyhow.
what do we think won?
Well, I didn't like falling down the hill very much, if I'm honest.
I quite liked you falling down the hill.
Yeah. What was funny about that is that kind of was a hate in many sort of ways. And my hate developed into a love because we started just talking about how great Greg's
Yeah,
is.
because God bless Greg's.
Because God bless Greg's and all
in,
the sailing
in
there.
this economy. Yeah.
So
what do we say here?
So they evened each other out,
Yeah.
I think.
Sure.
So
yes.
we're back at where we were.
But are we
Yeah.
saying that positivity won out overall?
No.
Well, he fucked it because he fell down a hill in our positivity section.
Yes.
Yeah, just because you
It was a controlled fall.
just because you beefed it down a hill, you shouldn't have been climbing in the first place.
Controlled fall
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
before the uncontrolled.
I'm going to go with love.
I'm going to go with love.
So you're irrelevant.
Your opinions are irrelevant.
As always.
Yeah.
Get the fuck in, get the fuck out.